haunting outright is at hand. Ghostly haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fight. A shadow hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. Orbs rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
It's Bill. Hey, Bill. How's it going?
What's up, everybody?
Ooh, dark and mysterious.
What's going on, everyone? There, is that better?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I like the spooky. It's supposed to be spooky.
Oh,
Sorry about that. How's this one?
Oh, that one's good. Yeah.
Hey, look at everybody in here today.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Happy hump day, everybody. Let's see, who do we got? We got Pomp. Hello, Pomp. Miss Susan. Hey, Wiz, how's it going? Thorn Grapes, welcome. Let's see, who else we got? Dennis. Dennis is here. See, Dennis.
Holy cow.
Oh, Bill, get back on the deal, man.
I know,
Denise,
Dennis, we got to,
welcome.
once that Dakota's done. Hey, Dennis, check it out. This will be coming to the shop pretty soon. I finished it finally. This is
Right.
this is the Big Boss's GM signer here, but I wanted to showcase this today. I just restored this sign and finished it. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, you were telling me about that. So yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, nice.
Got it going. Yeah, he said he noticed it looks good. Say, yeah, all right. So
Yeah, dude, it only took me like 2 weeks of it. Started out as I was going to clean it, but then I couldn't not do a restoration on it. I like painted it and everything. So yeah, and I put illumination inside of it. So yeah, it came out nice.
nice. He's using the big words too. Illumination.
Yeah, illumination.
Nice. Now he says, okay, now get back on the horse.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Get that stuff together. Yeah, so that Bill can go live and him and Dennis can brighten our Saturday evenings.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. So how's it going with the truck? Everything good? You're on schedule or no?
No. Because I'm not a body man, I'm taking too long to do body work to the bed of it, and so I'll take too much filler off, and then I'll put some on, and then take too much off. But when it comes to body work and paint jobs on a car, 90% of it is the prep, and 10% is the paint job itself. So I figure, it's a work truck, but if if I'm gonna paint it, I might as well make it try to be as straight as I possibly can with no scratches in it.
Right.
So, and it is for like a YouTube channel, so I don't really want to be laughed at that much. So when I do paint it and I do put a camera on it and show the scratches,
Right.
but also I do want to point out the job that you haven't done is the job to be ashamed of. So I'm not going to be ashamed of the job that I have done. So even though if it doesn't come out the way I want, I still have done this job myself. I remember going to a car show and the Syracuse Nationals actually, and there was a '69 Camaro there, and the paint job really wasn't all that good, and it was very what they call orange peel. And I remember saying to a body guy who owns his paint shop, and I said, "Man, this guy, there was a '69 Camaro there," and I was really knocking the paint job, and he said, "Well, he probably did it himself," and when he said that, I kind of thought, well, yeah. And he goes, to save money. And I expected out of him sort of to laugh at this orange peel paint job on a '69 Camaro. But his attitude was quite opposite, that he probably did it himself. And that was a cool thing to do. And
Oh, great.
yeah. And that was like 20 years ago. And from that point on, I realized, it was really wrong of me to actually have that attitude about somebody trying to do something on their own rather than like poke fun. So,
Right.
so the job that you haven't done is the job to be ashamed of. Then the job that you have done, at least tried and maybe failed at,
Right. But still have pride that you did it.
and at least tried and put something
Right.
out there and said, yeah, I painted that. And yeah, it didn't come out that great, but at least I tried. And then next time, if I want to try to paint something or whatever it may be, at least it'll be better next time. I know that I haven't painted in a long time. And now that I'm painting this one again and I'm sanding and I'm going, oh, I remember last time this happened. I have to change my technique here again. And that's sort of what's happening this time. And I'm getting back into the flow. Yeah, it's taken me two or 3 weeks to do it, but that's kind of what's happening and why it's taken me so long. But with this, what's going on, I know this is a long-winded excuse, but I actually have to shut the cameras off because the camera,
Right.
the batteries and the cards would just fill up because it takes so long. I just shut them
Right.
off, and then I just go, okay, here's what I did. And then now I'm going to finish this, and I shut the camera off
Right.
because it takes like 8 hours. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Hey, well, at least you're doing it that way. I remember the first car that George and I had. It was a oh god, I forgot the name of it. I'd have to ask him. It was a really nice car for what we paid for it.
Yeah.
And he had to rebuild. The carburetor was rebuilt and everything. It was really actually it was one of the best cars we ever owned.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think we paid like $150 for it.
Oh, those are always the best cars.
And it was a car that was out in the country. The guy just wanted to get rid of it, and
Yep.
it started right up. We drove it home, and we ended up painting it with paintbrushes.
Yep.
And believe it or not, I mean, you couldn't tell that we used paintbrushes. That's how
Sure.
good it come out.
Yeah. It can be done. There was a magazine article where a guy painted with rollers with Rust-Oleum.
Right.
And what he did was, because when you paint with a roller, it leaves tiny air bubbles. What he did was chased it with very low pressure on his air gun, and he popped the bubbles behind it. So he had the roller, and behind it, he just chased it with the air gun and popped the bubbles. And then it was an oil-based paint. And then he like wet sanded it, and the paint job came out awesome. So yeah,
Yeah,
things
it's
like that can be
amazing.
done. It's very innovative to do. Exactly.
Everybody got the biggest kick out of it. You used a paintbrush. Yeah, we used paintbrushes. We figured to screw it.
Yeah, and probably what you
There was-
used was probably an oil-based paint. And what it does, oil-based, is like it goes on with its streaks. You see the streaks from the brush, but then the oil, it like levels off from
Right.
gravity. Yeah, and then it probably smoothed out, and the shine was probably pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Hi, Cree. Yes, Cree, I do feel better. Actually, the last couple of days I've been feeling great. I get caught up on my housework. It's fantastic. But I
Yes.
didn't want to push it today, so I took a break today.
Yeah, hi
but
everybody.
yeah,
Sorry, I wanted to say hi to everybody. Wisdom, Pomp. I know I said hi to you in the chat. Cree, is it Janice? Yeah. Thorn.
Yes, Denise.
Yeah. Oh, Susan. Yes, I said hi to you, but how you doing in person there, Susan? Good to see everybody. How about you, Laura? What have you been doing?
Well, like I said, when they had a couple of days there, I was sick. I think it was just the weather. Oh my God, I just felt like total crap. And
Yeah, 38 degrees
so
today.
I just
Yes-
slept, and then
yesterday was
I
80,
woke
dude.
up. Yeah, I know. Tell me about. Well, that's New York weather.
Bipolar weather.
Like last night, it was so oppressive in our bedroom, and I got to open the window.
I know.
And so I opened the window, put the fan in. It was raining. It was great. Woke up at 4 o'clock this morning. I had ice on my cheeks, guys, and I'm talking about the lower end.
It's nuts.
Holy crap! I said, "Well, yeah, we got to close that one. It was too damn cold." Hey,
Hey,
Face
Jeff,
the
what's
Ace.
going on?
Hey, Jeff.
And Jeff's
you're
going to cut the
listening,
grass.
like, cut
We
the
know how much you
grass.
love to cut the grass, Jeff.
Yeah, you need to come do mine. I wanted to
Jeff
do mine
was-
too, and yeah, that didn't happen because of the rain.
I'm waiting to cut mine. I'll cut mine maybe next week or something. Hi, Face
Oh,
the
ours
Ace.
needs it. And it's like I wanted to go out filming with you, and it's raining.
Yeah.
So,
What's it supposed to
get
do?
a break. I might have to do it during the week.
What's it supposed to do this Saturday? Do you know?
I can look quick. I don't know. I
Because
do want to get out there, but my God, every time I plan on it, and then plan on asking you, and then it's rain.
I know this weekend
Rain.
my wife's grandkids are coming, and
Right.
I either want to be in the garage or not here. Yeah.
Well,
And
according
no-
to the weather,
no-
it's
no
64% on Saturday.
It's supposed to
Yeah,
what?
I know, little kids. This 64% chance of rain on Saturday.
Oh,
When are they coming?
all day.
Saturday?
Yeah, all day. Like from 8 to like 4 in the afternoon. And like,
Well, maybe if we monitor the weather,
Yeah.
maybe I'll show up and we could disappear.
yeah, because
So I'll charge the gear.
yeah. So like, I mean, so either way, like I'll either be in the garage or, whatever you decide. Okay.
All right. Yeah, we'll
we'll
see
fig-
what happens. If
Yeah.
like I said, I got to charge everything up. I want to get Joseph's GoPro and charge that up as well, so I don't have to carry. Well, I have the big camera too, but I figured it'd just be easier to walk around with the smaller one.
Yeah. It won't take much, whatever you got. But like also, hopefully you have like battery backup. You pretty good with
Yeah,
batteries.
well, for the one camera I do.
Yeah.
I'll have to go through it all. I never got a chance to get backup for the Canon.
So I always just
But
make
that
sure.
was pretty good though.
So I always make sure whenever I'm not filming, like I have tons of batteries. I have like 5 batteries for my one camera, and my new one I
Right.
just bought. I bought 3 extras, so I have 4 for that now. But for in your case, if you don't have, a bunch of batteries, whenever you're not filming, immediately turn it off. Just
Right.
and then okay, now I'm gonna start filming. Turn it right back on and off, just so that you can always just don't sit there idle with it on. That's just my advice.
Right. Well, that's why I always bring more than one camera now, because if I don't have a battery backup, then I was going to get batteries for it because, I just bought that camera this year.
The only thing with the
so,
with the Go
or
with the
actually it was
GoPro,
last year, at the end of last year.
the GoPro is always like, you can always just tell when someone switches over to a GoPro because it really is just an action cam. And even though they're great and they have the 1080p and like the 4K and stuff, you can tell that like, okay, they've switched to the GoPro and it's just the
Right.
quality just doesn't, it's not there. Especially, I don't know what edition he has, especially if it's an older one, But
It's not a GoPro, but it's
an action
an
cam.
off-brand.
yeah,
But it's a good yeah, it's a really good one because he used it for, he does his RC stuff. He would film that, and it comes
Oh,
out
okay,
really
got it.
well. So, but I had to
Yeah.
him find it so I can charge it up. It has
Yeah.
a really good picture to it. So, but I figured I'd bring it as a backup
yeah.
and just or just use that, and then the other one as a backup. We'll just see how it goes. So I'll have
Janice-
actually 3 cameras.
Okay, cool. Hey, awesome.
Right.
Let's see, Janice.
yeah.
She's 83 right now.
Oh, must be nice. Must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Pomp. That's Fahrenheit.
52. Yeah, 52 degrees here. And
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out there right now, and it's like it's windy out. And did you get hit with all the storm? We lost power 3 times yesterday.
oh geez, yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty rough here. But I think our area we just got hit with the tail end.
Okay, gotcha.
But it was enough rain to to make it miserable, and wind, and so yeah, I didn't hang out online last night because I was just waiting for it to go out.
Yeah.
It's but Rome got it pretty bad apparently.
Again?
Yep, they got nailed pretty bad.
Yeah,
So,
Rome's like the hot spot for getting hit.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, Joseph was out and about going towards Chadwick's, and he was with his friend, and he was watching the sky, and he seen how the clouds were turning dark,
Yeah.
and then he could see one of them started to swirl, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
But it didn't form. He was waiting for a tornado, and it didn't form. It was trying to, but it didn't have enough speed apparently.
Yeah, Pomp. So yeah, 28 is exactly. So, we here in the States, we have to be different and go by a measurement system that just doesn't make any sense. The Fahrenheit.
Well, it works for us. It's
I know it works for me because I whenever I hear like centigrade or Celsius, only when it comes to firing crowns in an oven does it make sense to me. Like
that's it. Yeah,
like
otherwise
1800
forget it.
degrees Celsius, I'm like, oh yeah, I understand that. But when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah.
like temperatures or like 60 miles per hour, like whenever I hear kilometers, I don't get it. But like
Right.
it's like, all right, freezing is 0, but like for us it's 32.
Yeah.
Like,
Pretty
okay.
much. It was like the first time that we went to Canada, George and I, when we were dating.
Yeah, you gotta switch
And
over.
the car we had didn't have, the kilometers. It was just regular, miles per hour on it. And I think we crossed the border and we didn't think of that. Okay, wait a minute. They don't follow the same
Right.
measurements that we do. So we're reading the signs and thinking, I don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah, they follow what the rest of the world does, and we just
Yeah, so
follow
we had
what
to
we
turn
want.
around.
Well,
I think one of the signs is 120. I said, well, I know they don't want us to go 120 miles an hour.
yeah.
I said, so we better turn around because we're going to get a ticket because we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah. So I think like 100 is like 60 miles per hour. So like 100 kilometers an hour would be 60. I know that.
Right.
So yeah.
Right. Hey, Don. Hey, Calamity. Welcome,
Hey,
everybody.
Calamity. Hi, Don. How
So,
are you?
and they also drove around with their headlights on. Well, back then,
Yeah, we didn't have to.
that
We didn't
raw
have to. It
hair.
was like a choice, unless it was. And then they came out with, remember, like if it was raining, you had to turn them on. If you were using your
Right.
windshield wipers,
Right, you
could
had to
get a
have them
ticket.
on.
And then now it's like you turn your ignition on. Now they turn on automatically. Unless
Yeah, we had
your
the
car's
day
older.
running lights, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but back then, oh my God, this was early '80s. So
I remember-
like you said, the cars didn't
I re-
have all of that, and then we had no clue what we were doing. I said, turn around.
Dude,
We're
I
gonna
remember
get
my
arrested.
my wife's mother had a 96 Grand Am that had daytime running lights on it. And this guy was like, your headlights are on. It was like during the day. And it had, from the first time, they had daytime running lamps on it.
Wow.
And they had just come out with that. It was like the law. Like they started having daytime running lamps on it. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, I know they're on. Like you could choose to turn them off if you wanted. They had the auto lamps on them. And
Right.
he was like yelling that they were on during the day. He was like, shut them off. I'm like, no. I'm like, he like didn't hear about the law or something, like
No, apparently not. He wasn't paying attention that day.
we were like, he was like walking through the Walmart parking lot and he started yelling at my mother-in-law. Like, jeez.
Mind your own damn business, man.
I
Get out of
know.
here. That's what I would have said. Get away from me.
Yeah.
Well, just like when they come out with the lights that would stay on when you first shut your vehicle off,
Our
and then they
cars
would
do that.
go out by themselves.
Yeah, well, you can,
And-
yeah.
For the first time, I didn't realize it, so I'm telling everybody, "Hey, you left your headlights on."
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They're looking at me like, what a dumb chick. I didn't
Yeah.
know that feature.
Yeah. Our Equinox does that. Like probably your truck does that too, but you can
Yeah.
go into the parameters and tell it. Like if you can either say leave them on for 5 seconds, 40 up to 40 seconds, so that you can get into your house. Like if
Right.
it's nighttime and like, get
Yeah.
your key into the door or whatever. But like I shut that off because I'm like, I don't know. I'm just worried about my battery at all times. I'm just like, I don't want my battery, you know?
Oh no. Yeah, we leave. Yeah, ours is on, so we could see. Rachel's
Yeah.
more so that I can see where the hell I'm going.
Exactly. Yeah, I do
At
like it.
night, I can't see crap.
But you know what ours did? The friggin' dome lights. For some reason, it decided that when you open up the doors at night, like the dome lights don't come on now. And I'm like, you know what? Just, screw you. I don't know what your problem is, but I'm not gonna figure you out. So like at night, like you open up the doors and the dome lights don't come on now. So I'm like, it's something in the parameters, but I haven't even looked to figure it out. So yeah.
Yeah, moody. It's moody. I forgot one vehicle we had the same thing where it just decided not to work.
Yeah.
And then one day it turned back on. I'm thinking, all right,
And at this point, that car
we're talking about. We're getting to the point where you can't even fix your own cars. So, I told my son said he's looking for an older model vehicle. He says because he don't want to be bothered with all this new garbage. Hey Lisa, hi honey, how you doing? So yeah, he's looking for either an older Jeep or he's thinking about going towards the Toyota brand. I mean, Joseph's a big dude, so he's got to have something that he can fit in.
And he wants a Toyota.
He tried that over he tried over this weekend, and there's a few of them he couldn't fit in.
Yeah.
You get in, but your head's touching the roof.
Yeah.
And so the one that didn't have a sunroof, he fit in pretty decent. The one with the sunroof, he couldn't fit. I said, so open the sunroof, stick your head out, and get yourself a little mini umbrella hat, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's all. That's how you solve that problem. What's Calamity say? Pomp, I'm game with Americans all the time, so always say evening to them when I normally get on at this time. Yeah, I know. I do the same thing. I'll say, hey, good morning, everybody. And it'd be like, in the afternoon for everybody in the UK. I'm doing good, Lisa. I hope you are well, too. I'm glad you could come and hang out with us. It's just open mic, so we'll be talking about everything and anything. Just whatever pops up, that's what we're talking about. Oh, just to let everybody know, the new issue of the magazine comes out at midnight.
Oh, cool.
So that will be in my post on my channel, on the page in the post area there. So if you're excited, just after midnight, go click on the link.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I had a good time. Everybody's going to see who's on the cover page. I'm not going to spoil it.
Is it Susan?
No.
Oh, no? Let's get Susan on. Where are you, Susan? Join us.
Yes. She's hiding out. You want to join, Susan?
Where's Carla?
Just jump in. Carla is somewhere where she doesn't get any signal. She messaged me before the show started, so she said she was going to get a hold of James to make sure he could pop in and mod because she didn't know she was going to have signal and be able to stay in and without losing the internet.
Oh, gotcha.
So I said, that's okay, not a problem.
And then there's no James
over here. And he didn't probably get the message yet. That's all right.
Let's see. Calamity says, I got pulled over here in the UK the other day for a blue tint on my headlights. Yeah, they came standard with the car, and I was like, what the? Yep. So let me ask you, what kind of car do you have? Because here in the States, like a lot of like the Euro guys, they'll put like the yellow tint. Because I have a Porsche 944 that I didn't get pulled over for it, but I put yellow tint on my fog lamps. But they were fog lamps, so. But I put like the Hella fog lamps on my 944, and it looked really cool like that. But since they're fog lamps, they were big, like the KC Hellas, like the daylighters, like a daylighter, they're called.
Right.
But guys will do like on the BMWs, like the E3 series, and I wonder, because I always wonder if those guys get pulled over, because as they come at you, the yellow. That like
sorry,
that's really blinding with the yellow coming at you.
Yeah, it is. I hate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of those Euro guys with like the older 80s 3 Series BMWs and stuff. They'll do that.
And you got to watch it with the blue as well, because we in one of our trucks, we had lights in the grill that we discovered that somebody had installed, and they were blue. And we go, oh, well, that looks kind of neat. Joseph found it, and he hooked up the wiring, and it lit up, blue. It wasn't brilliant, but it was nice. And driving through New York Mills, my husband got pulled over, and he said, "Are you emergency services?" And my husband goes, "No, why?" "Well, you can't have blue lights,
Right.
unless you're an emergency vehicle."
Yeah.
He said, "So you've got to disconnect those." He's like, "You gotta be kidding me."
Yeah, you can't. Well, yeah,
Okay.
you can't. Yeah, blue or red.
Well, you can't have anything in here in New York. Everything that is cool for a car, when you hook it up, there's some asshole on the corner waiting with a ticket.
Well, that's all over. That's like a universal blue and the blue and red. So
Right. Well, I could understand it if it was flashing, but it wasn't. It was a very light colored blue, and it was steady.
Renault Clio. Huh. 2021 plate. I bought it with them from a dealership last year. Huh.
Yeah. Well, we went through stuff like that too. We bought a reviewed dealership, and we got in trouble for it.
So the car, like, so I wonder if you bought it. So you bought it secondhand. I wonder if they put that on it. So it did it come factory that way? So the S edition, that was probably it must have a turbo. See, European cars, they're either mostly diesels, they mostly have turbos on them. Here, we don't do that stuff, which we should. We should all be driving diesel cars and have turbos on them. And over there, most of their cars are manual transmissions. Here, nobody knows how to drive manuals.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
George and I were just talking about that the other day. I haven't driven a manual in years. And I said the reason I stopped doing it is because we lived on the Parkway. And it's a hill.
Yeah.
So I was always afraid of waiting at the stop sign and rolling backwards and smashing into somebody.
Oh, wow.
I go, nope, I'm not doing that. So, yeah, we ended up getting an automatic.
Dawn, that X1, is that smaller? It's like, is that the SUV? The X1? Yeah, and anyways, Dawn, the BMWs I'm talking about when I say the Euro guys are like the classic Euro guys, like the 70s and 80s, like the BMW 318s and like the 318i's and stuff like that. Okay, let's see. I have no clue. Yes, that's that little sporty SUV. Yeah, that thing is cool. I kind of dig that little thing. That's pretty neat.
She was told she had 28 days to replace them. So it talks with the dealership to change them. Yeah, I mean, if you bought it that way, it's up to them to change it. I mean, they know the rules. Come on. Like when we bought the black, our first big truck was the black Chevy. George bought it from a dealership in Rome, and it was loud. And we go, okay, it's just, that's just the way it sounds. Well, he got pulled over, and the guy says, you got no muffler on there, and he was going to give George a ticket. And he goes, I bought it this way from the dealership. And he goes, you did? He goes, yeah. And it's passed inspection and everything. Right. So I don't know. Well, he let George slide, and we checked. Yeah, no muffler. Straight pipe, and they passed it.
Yeah, see, that's bull crap. See, like, so Calamity. So if it comes, see, I don't know what their rules are, but I think, so they have MOTs, and their rules, I think, are way more strict than ours here in the States. So he's probably in the UK. So I know that they have these MOTs that they have to go through, and it's like a friggin' test. I know when they go through like their MOTs, they're like friggin' biting their nails. They have like the smog, and they have like a billion point inspection, like more than we do. And yeah, it's nuts. So if this dealership let that car go through, and they let it go through, and they said, yep, it passed their MOT, then yeah, they should be held accountable. Let's see. I got it as we live out in the countryside, so needed something with a bit more power to get up hills. Yeah. So you had the S version, so it has a little more power. Yep.
So yeah, well, not like I said, if you got it that way from the dealership, it's up to them to replace it.
So Calamity, just so you know, My first car was also a Renault. I bet you he never would have thought that. It was a
I
Renault.
thought it was a Gremlin.
No, my first car was a Renault Alliance,
Oh,
made by
goodness.
AMC, but contracted through the French. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dennis,
Right?
I was a victim of circumstance, Dennis. It was my brother's car, and he got a supposed good deal on it. This was back in I don't know, like 1989 or something. And then he didn't want it anymore, so like I gave him $400 for it, and then I drove that car for a few years, and then I sold it for like $150, and yeah.
Yeah, everybody always wonders why, when they buy their first car, what the hell were they thinking? But
I loved it.
when you're young and you got no money, cheap is the way to go, and you get what you get.
They had a 1.4. It had a 4-speed in it, and that's how I learned how to drive standard. Let's see. MOTs ain't worth a bolt. They cover the car for like an hour. Then it's good as void.
Void.
Yeah. Calamity. Yep.
Yeah, but don't you guys still have? Yeah, don't they still have a warranty though? Isn't there a certain amount of? Because here, I know when you buy a vehicle, you have a certain amount of time, a warranty. So if anything goes wrong, they have to cover it no matter what. I mean, that's here in the States. I don't know.
No, I mean, so here, actually, it depends. So here, it all depends on what you get in writing. They have here like that's caveat emptor. It's buyer beware, and they don't have to honor. It's you buy like used cars as is. It depends on what their policy is when you buy it in writing. It all has to be in writing.
Oh yeah, see, we've always had a warranty.
Yep. See,
manufacturer, and then an extended warranty.
But like okay, but they don't warranty headlights though. But if they say like you shouldn't have passed it with inspection with yellow lights or something like that's different. Like that's like lawsuit stuff. But if you drove off the lot and like the engine falls out and like they'll say like no, you own it. Like they don't have to. A lot of car dealerships they'll honor it like out of reputation, but some won't. It's like you own it.
Yeah, that would be if you bought it from Carbone.
Yeah, well, like big
they never honor anything.
Like the little car dealerships, those guys are like, as is sale, buy. Once you drive off, it's yours.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, okay, Dennis says the aftermarket warranty companies go out of their way to try to cover your repairs. I deal with these a-holes daily.
And he says, I mean, not cover. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He says they go out of their way trying not to cover it.
Try not to.
He's right.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he's right. Because we, every time that we've got an extended warranty, we made sure we knew what it was covering. I mean, because if you're paying for that, especially $50 to $100 extra every month to pay for this, you better cover everything.
Yeah.
So we've left out where they've covered everything.
Okay, yeah, I got you, Dennis. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You must have meant. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then guys like Dennis got to deal with these people on the phone. Yeah, it's a.
Oh, trust me. Like I go, I'll stop into like where he works, his place.
Right.
And
hey, Sarah.
And I'll stop in and I see the stress on his face sometimes, and like we never get a chance to talk. Like I'll stop in at Dennis's shop. And that's why, like I told him, I said, we got to start up the live show again. That way, at least I could talk to the guy. Because he runs around with like a chicken with his head cut off over there.
Yeah.
Because he runs the front and he's also a mechanic. So he's I don't want to say dictate, but he'll like say to the guys like, "Hey guys," he runs to the front of the shop, talks to the customer, and then he's on the phone with like, "Hey, I got a transmission that needs a warranty or whatever he needs to do."
Right.
So like, I can't get in a word in edgewise with the guy if I want to visit or talk. You know, I know he's working. You can't really visit with somebody at
Sure,
work.
it's busy.
But it's a shop. It's a car shop, and sometimes you want to visit with somebody at a he's a dictator, you know, and so that's why I said,
Now, is
dude,
it his shop or does he work for somebody else?
he's part owner.
He's
Yeah,
part owner,
He's
and they
part
have
owner.
nobody to run the front.
It's him and another guy, Mike,
Okay,
and the big boss is there, like 50% of the time, but he's
all
kind
right.
of
Wait,
like,
wait, wait. What's the name of this place?
I will keep that quiet for because I don't know if Dennis wants me to say.
Okay, because the other guy's name is Mike. I'm just wondering if I know who that is.
No, the other guy is Mike that is part owner, but the big boss
Right.
is Dave.
Oh, okay, not the same people then. Okay,
Yeah, and Dennis and Mike started as employees there. And,
right. Okay.
Worked their way up the totem pole. So,
So, okay.
oh, hi Sarah, how are you? I didn't.
I
Sorry,
thought it was somebody else. Because I was gonna say, okay, now if I know who you're talking about, yeah, there's nobody in the office. But if you guys got nobody running the front desk,
No. They're that place. Holy crap! Is a well-oiled machine. They're always up in the front, and so.
oh, you're in Oneida. Okay,
Yeah. Yep. He's in Oneida.
so yeah, totally not where I'm thinking. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Clay, this is the dealership I got it from. Are really good. The guys that run it, as a friend of my family, should be able to get it sorted. Oh, that's great. Yeah, they'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully, Calamity. Hopefully, it's just a film that they put over the headlights, and not because there's no way somebody went ahead and bought an entire assembly that is yellow, but if it is, then hopefully they can, fix this.
They should be
this deal.
maybe I should be able to change it out.
Yeah,
seeing that she bought it that way.
Yeah. So, I know for me
I know
when
George just went through that.
I know for me when I did mine, I just put a film over mine, and it came out really, really nice. That you couldn't even tell, but you just take a heat gun and start peeling it out, and it should peel off. So hopefully that's the situation you have,
Right.
Because I doubt somebody would spend, 300 pounds a piece for a headlight just to make them yellow. That'd be nuts.
Yeah.
But on a Clio, on a Renault Clio, I know what those cars are. That'd be like insane. But it is an S version, so I don't know. Maybe there's nutty people out there that would say I want this. So who knows? There's cool car people out there that would do that. So
it's so annoying when you drive it on the highway and that yellow light just blasts you right in the
Yeah.
eyes. I just, oh.
yeah.
And then I loved it when Joseph had his older Jeep, he had a light bar on it. Because everywhere he went was out in the sticks, so you need that extra light.
Yep.
So when somebody used to blast him in the eyes, like with the high beams, you got that bright light, and Joseph would flip the switch.
Yeah.
He turned the light bar on, that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
I told George, I said, we need one of those so I can see where the hell I'm going at nighttime.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the only setback. Out in the dark, forget it. Just follow the little white line.
Yeah, exactly.
Find my way home with the little white line.
Yeah.
And then it's really bad when there is no white line. Then shit, you're just on your own.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the fog line. Yep.
Right. And it's pretty much, how it is around here in certain areas. You know how it is. You know how they upkeep the country roads.
That's me. There's no lines. There's just hedgerows out here.
Let's see. You just stay in the middle so you don't end up in the ditch.
Yeah, until you see somebody else coming. That helps. You're like, oh, good. There's somebody else. He's on his
Right.
side.
So, hey, now I can see where I'm going.
Yeah, and I could see. Yeah. He's probably thinking the same thing. Oh, good.
Yeah.
or he, him, or they, them, or he,
Don't be
she.
going there, please. It is what it is. I already had comments about that on the show. You know, I don't care how you want to live your life, but
Did
give me
you
your
really?
name, that's what I'll call you.
No,
yeah,
come
I
on,
said I'm not playing that game.
No, let's get into it. No,
If your name is Bill, that's what I'm going to call you. Don't ask me to do the they, them. You're not a effing group of people. You're one person, and I'm not playing the game. I'll call you by your name, and that's it. So if you want to be called Sue, there you go. Otherwise, forget it. Hey, Ian, how's it going?
All right, we'll get to Dawn's comment in a second. Dawn, you're killing. Yeah, I'm. But first, let's get Calamity says. When I was pulled over, they were understanding, said I never had a problem or been pulled over. Yeah, they probably ran your record and were like, you know, only time I drove since Sunday is today to take a little one to the missus to the zoo. That's cool.
Yeah, you got to be careful. See, Dennis agrees with me. We're not playing that woke crap.
And Dennis
you are.
Dennis is as woke as they get. I'm kidding. He's gonna kill me.
Yeah, well, you're lucky he can't. Well, come on. I mean, we could have him come on.
Yeah, we could, but he doesn't have a camera at his house.
But yeah, that's I had a big spew about that. I'm thinking, you know, I'm just over it. You know,
Yeah.
You want people to call you a certain thing. Give me your name. Then we'll call you by the name you pick. I don't give a shit what you're calling yourself, Mr. Ed, whatever. That's what I'm calling you.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to play all these adjective games. I'm just ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Ian, how you doing? It used to be common to see cars with yellow headlights in the UK if they'd been driven in continental Europe. Yes. Yep. See,
it was the norm for them then, huh?
Yeah, see, I'm a Euro car guy, so I know exactly everything. Not that I've been there or anything like that, but I've watched like the Euro racing circuit. Huge fan of all that stuff. So let's see. Why do so many people say Cadillac converter? Even I know it's catalytic converter. Cracks me up because they're idiots. Dawn, they're
lazy
stupid.
language skills. That's
Dawn. Your guess is as good as ours. I remember because they're uneducated, Dawn. Yes, exactly, Pomp. I've never driven and know it's a catalytic converter. So,
just right. I've heard people call it a catalytic converter.
Cadillac converter. My sister's ex-husband from years ago, he was working on a 1984 Grand Prix that she had, and he was going. He was from East Chutica, and he was going. Yeah, I took off the Cadillac. He was saying to my father, I took off the Cadillac converter, and he's like, "What?" And I knew what I knew what my father was gonna do, and I goes, "Yeah, the Cadillac converter." And he goes, "Why is there a Cadillac converter on this?" He goes, "This is a Pontiac." And he was so stupid. He was going, because it's supposed to be on there. It's on the exhaust. And he was so stupid, like, that he didn't understand what my father was doing.
Right.
Like, why would there be a Cadillac converter? This is a Pontiac. And he was so stupid. It went right over his head, trying to get him to understand that that's not what it's called. But hence my sister's ex-husband. Yeah, from years ago. But anyway, yeah, Dawn, don't know. But yeah. I say that to my wife.
It's just lazy language skills. That's what it is.
I say it to my wife a lot, though. I go, that's one of them, they're Cadillac converters. I like, and she'll like look at me funny.
Jim says he tried to turn his
he tried to upgrade it. Yep. Exactly. Jeff must be done cutting the grass.
Yeah, he's taking a grass break.
Pomp, shut up.
Everybody pronounces it different.
That's an American jab right there.
Yeah, I know.
That's funny. I think that's funny that he said that.
I identify as fashionably late. My pronouns are almost. There you go. Almost there.
Almost in there. That's funny.
That's good. Yeah, I I'm surprised you did. Oh, of course, you've been busy. You didn't see that rant. I said, I am so over this. Everybody's offended by everything. You know, when we were growing up, if you were offended, you just told them to F off and walked away.
Yeah.
You know, or, you know how to take a joke, or,
Yeah.
nowadays, God forbid you say something that gets stuck in somebody's ass and they're all over you. So I refuse to play it.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, what's your name? That's what I'm going to call you. Don't ask me to call you anything else, because I ain't playing that. Would he say hello, Calamity? Yes, Bill, grass is done. I'm going to round up the whole yard. Oh, no. Did I say something wrong?
Yeah, here in the States, we say aluminum.
Aluminum foil. It's not tin foil. It's aluminum foil.
I know, tinfoil. Some idiot insulted my car by calling it a Vauxhall Corsa. When I bought it, I was so pissed. Yeah, because Vauxhalls are basically now
I don't
correct
even know
me if
what
I'm
it
wrong.
is.
So a Vauxhall, I think, is a Chevy over there. I think.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that one up.
I think. So you guys over there got to correct me if I'm wrong. I think a Vauxhall is basically your Chevys over there. Am I right or
Okay.
wrong?
Like I said, I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I think.
And you pronounce it Vauxhall Corsica?
Corsa.
Corsa?
Yeah,
I'm adding shit to it.
it's okay. But I think the Vauxhall is their Chevy factory over there.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's their
Where's
GM.
Dennis?
It's their General Motors. Dennis wouldn't be any help on this one.
Where's Albie?
Elby don't know. Elby's got to be here. It's Opel. Okay. With GM branding. Yep. Okay. So it is. Yep. It's so General Motors owns them. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like affiliated with General Motors somehow.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, as the Canadians say, Dennis. I'm
I'm so
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there he is. Albie, I don't know. All right, he's been lurking. I don't know.
Elby's lurking. Ask Jeff. Jeff, your hat to protect you from Biff, was it aluminum or tinfoil?
Oh, God.
That's a good question, because when it's on your head, Pomp, I think it's tinfoil. What do you think, Laura?
No, I'm sorry. It's aluminum
It's still
foil.
aluminum? Or wait, it's sorry,
That's what
Pomp.
it says it on the box.
Aluminum.
They don't say tin foil.
It's aluminium. Yeah, see, it's a tinfoil hat. See, Jeff, I'm on board with you on that one. In that case, it's a tinfoil hat. But if you're going to wrap a potato and bake it, it'd be,
Aluminum.
yeah.
So it depends. It changes its name depending on what you're wrapping it around. is what you're
Exactly. It
telling me.
changes. That is why the English language is the most difficult in all of
It
the
is.
universe.
It's because we have a different definition for the word.
That's right.
The same word and 40 different meanings.
Like there and there.
The sheet metal hat.
Sheet metal hat. That's funny, guys. Why am I the only one on screen right now? Welcome to the Bill Show.
Yes, the Bill Show.
We are
Oh, God.
going to be
Oh, sorry, we're back.
Let's see. No, damn it, Laura. It's absolutely a tinfoil hat.
When it's fashion, it's a tinfoil. I agree.
Tinfoil.
So if it was if it was a bikini, would it be a tinfoil bikini or an aluminum bikini? It'd be tinfoil bikini.
It'd be hot on your crotch. That's all I know.
But that's irrelevant. He's right. It would be like a tinfoil hat. It'd be tinfoil dress, tinfoil pants, not aluminum. Because if you said, I got to put on my aluminum pants, people would be like, You would think
Okay, so what
immediately.
about those throwaway pans? You call them like for cooking or baking? You call them tin pans or aluminum pans or just foil pans? Who the hell? I don't know.
Tin pan. Tin pan. And like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz, he's tin.
He's tin. Yeah, but he wasn't made out of foil.
The tinfoil man. That's why
Tin foil.
it's all up for debate, isn't it?
You say tin foil if it's covering boobies. If it's wrapping a pork butt, it's aluminum.
Pomp.
Okay.
Pomp.
Okay, so boobies is tin, but it's aluminum.
I'm talking about like alien life too, you know? Don't you get it?
What's
Tinfoil if it was covering boobies. If it's wrapped in pork
Right.
butt, it's aluminum foil. I agree. That's what I'm saying. If it was on a person, if you wear it, it's tinfoil. But if it's like, if you're doing barbecue or something, it's aluminum foil.
He said the Tin Man just used a heavier gauge.
I agree. Yep.
Oh my god.
He's right.
So Jeff has spent a lot of hours thinking about this.
I don't think because I haven't thought a lot of hours about it, and it's just like a natural thought process. I don't think he's thinking a lot about it because I'm not either. Like that's a natural thought he's having, right, Jeff? Like you're not thinking.
Sure, don't defend it, Bill. Come on.
I'm not defending it. It's like I know exactly sort of like what he's thinking, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's like if you wear it, it's tinfoil.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that there was like,
yeah, like it's tinfoil.
Rules. Right. I didn't know that there was fashion rules.
Yes.
My periodic chart element is duh. Oh God. Yeah. Well.
Hey Dennis, I just got your private chat message, just so you know, okay, buddy?
Justin, I used to smoke weed, and these things are important when you're high. You're right. Yeah. It's water is wet. Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Susan just came back and she said tinfoil on boobies. Yeah.
Wait.
Hey Tim. Hey Sheila, sweetie.
Hey Sheila, how are you? Sheila.
Yeah. Apparently, if you wear aluminum foil as a fashion statement, it's tin, not aluminum.
Yes,
so
exactly.
We have to just get that. Apparently, we're out of the loop.
Hey Tim, how you doing?
Or it's just me. I just don't follow what everybody else does. I've never called it tinfoil.
If you were wearing it, you would have to. When are we going to get this through to you?
I really haven't gotten to the stage in my poverty to wear aluminum foil clothing. Maybe burlap.
No. Did you just say aluminum foil clothing? See, when are you going to get it? It's tinfoil clothing.
Let's see. If aliens visited Earth-speaking language countries first, they would leave because of the language barrier between English-speaking countries. They don't even stop because they see we're still not intelligent enough to be bothered with.
Yeah, they would actually be on this podcast and be going, "What the."
Exactly. Good. Hopefully they're not listening.
Yeah.
They'd be like, listen to the shit that these people are talking about. Those of us whose country gifted a beautiful, confusing language to the world can accept many things, not crisps being called chips, though that's wrong. Yeah, they're potato chips, but you guys call them crisps. I found that out a long time ago.
Wait,
Liz, here's a thought. Water is H2O and the sun is hydrogen based. Is the sun liquid? Molten hot.
Yeah, which is no, but you can make hydrogen powered I had a friend that did that with his car. He did a hydrogen powered assisted car, actually.
Oh, that must have been pretty cool.
And he got he did it with his Buick and actually got like 70 miles to the gallon. He ran it off of
Awesome.
gas and hydrogen. And he used,
Pretty neat.
you know, like the plates that you use for he used stainless steel because you need a consumable, which it was fascinating. You dip and you run electrodes and use stainless steel to get the ions to go and flow, and then that coming up creates the hydrogen, and he ran it into the intake of his car to also burn the fuel and the hydrogen. It was amazing. It was really cool what he did.
Wow. Yeah,
he
that's
was
neat.
he was genius.
Would have loved to have seen that. 'Cause I agree, Clay. Yeah, we created a language in most. Yeah, nobody understands any of it. It depends on where you are, I guess. Let's see. Too many crisps just sounds weird. Like we're mocking telling a secret. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Like I'll watch like Kitchen Nightmares. Like I've been binge watching the old ones with like Gordon Ramsay, and he's like, "Today we're gonna be making wonderful crisps." I'm like, oh, would you just, you know?
Yeah, you're like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah. Well, because I watch a lot of like so I know what he's talking about. It's like, and he's like fish and chips, and I'm like,
Thanks for
when
hanging, Dennis. And it's only 8:00, Dennis. Where are you going? You gotta,
wait,
you know, Dennis.
why? Where are you going, Dennis? He's probably got. Oh, you're gonna go horse racing or something? Hey, Dennis, real quick, I got I got your text, buddy. I'm gonna just show everybody here. Nah, I'm just kidding around.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. He's gonna do you dirty once you disappear.
Gotta go clean my Vauxhall. Dude, I thought you bought a Renault Alliance. What the heck's going on here? I'm gonna try and stop in tomorrow and drop this sign off. I gotta take pictures of it before Dave has a heart attack.
Uh-huh.
The big boss.
Okay, Jeff's gonna go get a cocktail. Oh, we're drinking coffee, Jeff. A cocktail? Ugh. Oh, in England, you could live 10 minutes away from someone and have a completely different accent. Yeah, I've noticed that.
That's
no matter where you are, it's totally different.
Well, not 10 minutes here, but in the United States, you could live 800 miles from somebody and have like a freaky accent. I remember my buddy, he moved to Georgia, and like 5 years later he came back and he's like, yeah, y'all up here now, with like the watermelon and everything, and you talk like this, and
yeah, you pick it up.
And he was like this, and I was like, I thought he was like screwing with me.
So no, you pick it up, and you don't even realize it. All right,
Dude,
Ian, what is a Bram cake? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Maybe Barm, B-A-R-M.
Barm cake. I don't know. I don't know what that is. You'll have to let us know what that is. Wisdom. First car ever was a Renault Alliance. They had a cheap aluminum engine.
Mine didn't go up in flames.
Eventually went up in flames. Holy crap!
Mine did not.
Did it melt?
No. It had a rear main seal leak that I had to replace the starter once a month because it kept drowning out the starter. But I had like 180,000 miles on that thing. It was a 1984. It wasn't a great car, but it was my first car.
Got you to A to B, right?
It did. It did.
That's all that matters. See, Dawn says, I live in Kentucky, but Joe is kidding me. In a couple of days or so, I'll be down in Tennessee during Derby time. Woo! Hope you guys take some video.
So, Wisdom, you had, did Wisdom say he had a Renault?
Yeah.
Okay, he must have not been here when I was talking about it because that was my first car, and Susan
Oh
said
my
also
God.
that she did. Yeah.
What was that? I missed out on the trend apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. And guess what? My wife Michelle, her first car was the same car, also a Renault.
Oh, get out! It had to have been the cheap car that every
It was.
teenager could afford.
It was. AMC went on a huge advertising campaign with those cars. They pumped them out, and they cut like a lot of corners with like just they weren't a good car.
Ah,
Yeah. Mine was forest green, and it was a
Ooh,
four
I like
speed.
it's my favorite color. Actually, forest green is my favorite.
Was it?
color.
Yeah, I really dug mine actually. I really liked that car.
You'll have to search through photographs so you can find one.
I do. I have it. I'll send it to you.
Oh, cool.
I'm working on a video of all the cars I've owned in my life, and I have yet to put it together, but I'm up to 110 cars so far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, they're explaining what the cake is. Oops. It's a bread roll. Because of war, much death, dark times, delicious with a cheese and onion filling. Oh, sounds good.
Cheese and onion filling. That sounds like we kind of have something similar to that, like that. Those where you hollow out the bread bowl and then dip it. Sometimes
Well, actually, Shenantry's Bakery, they make rolls that have a cheese and onion kind of like
yeah, it sounds something like an
incorporated.
Italian. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's kind of like a sausage roll without the sausage.
Yeah, or like a cow pie, like LB West says.
Cow pies.
Cow pie.
Nothing like a good cow pie.
Yeah, Wisdom. Do you remember what the needle was buried at? Like, I don't remember if it was like the typical 85. I don't.
Probably.
Yeah.
And Dawn says she thought she had a lot of cars since she started driving. Well, that's why Bill's the car guy.
Yeah, it's like
He's
110 that I've remembered. I had to sit down and write them all down. I think mine was in 1984.
Okay, Kalani says you can have anything you want in it. So is it kind of like a calzone? If you have anything you want in it, because it's like a calzone here. You have anything you want put in it.
Calamity says it causes wars in the UK because they all call it something different. That's funny. You guys ever watch Frasier? So the show Frasier. Yeah, me too. So Daphne's brothers in the show Frasier, they're always like get into fights because they call stuff different. So they must so they start arguing. They're like, no, it's not. And they're like, no, you don't. And they start like fighting each other because they're like, no, it's no, it's cold. And they start fighting. Yeah. So that must be a little bit of, they get in arguments because they call something different. Yeah. It's funny.
Right. The English humor, because everybody, they call it something different.
Yeah.
And it's, the thing is, like they were saying that it's, no matter what area, it could be 2 blocks away and it's a different neighborhood. And it's a totally different accent. Everything is called something different. It's very confusing.
Get the heck out of here. Did you read Boss's Food Fight?
Boss Food Fight. Holy crap. Yeah, my first, it was a red 4-door, 4-speed Renault. See, that's what I'm telling you. You guys all bought into the same car.
So mine was the 2-door 4-speed. So mine was like sporty. Mine was like, yeah. But yeah, dude, mine was that's so funny. So
it is funny.
We got Wisdom. We got my wife. We got me.
Susan.
This is crazy. We got 5 people here that had their first car at least. That's nuts, man.
That is funny. Wow. Clayton said basically like a burger bun. You could use it for sandwiches like Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much like a roll that has whatever you guys mix in, probably with the dough, because I like carrots. We have rolls
See,
that have stuff
here we
mixed in
go.
with the dough. So
We're starting food.
the food, might as well get it in there.
I know.
Hey Cynthia, what's been going on with your channel? Where's the cooking? Where's the
Yeah, Wisdom. My wife's was a slush-o-matic. Mine was at towards the end of its when I sold it, it was the bushings were starting to go bad, and reverse was really hard to find. You had to like it was
grind it?
it would no it was it didn't grind because like you were stopped when you were hitting reverse, but like you had to push way over to the passenger side like super far, and then push.
Wow.
I think it was over and forward up for reverse. It wasn't backwards; it was up for reverse.
Yeah.
And you had to like push wicked hard to find it, and it would finally clunk into like reverse. And it was like so. Whenever I parked, I had to find a spot that I knew I could drive forward, because like 1 in a million was I could find reverse, but it was like
Oh,
a bushing
God,
underneath in the shift.
Okay, the Pom says no, it was just a roll and half and filled it. Oh, okay. See, here we have rolls where they put in the cheese and the onion or whatever, and it's mixed in with it when it's baked into the roll itself. So then when you split it open, you've got cheese and onion, and then you do.
I love how we're going back and forth from the Renault to this.
I know.
To this food.
Oh, Wiz just reminded me of that car I was telling you that George and I painted, because he says it's Skyline. It was a Buick Skylark, is what it was, our first car.
Oh, those are cool cars. Yeah,
George and I bought.
LB had a Skylark.
Awesome car. The only reason we got rid of it is because the frame started to rot out. Otherwise, that thing was a beast.
Wisdom, you had a Skyline?
Yeah, I don't even know what a Skyline is.
Wow.
Who was that made by? A Skyline?
Nissan.
Oh, see, yeah, I wouldn't know anything about those.
Jeez. Bet you wish you still had that. The British are coming.
Get out!
The British are coming.
Thanks, Paul.
Yeah.
Clayman says some people call it a bap or tea cake. If you hear those words come out of a Brit's mouth, describe a brand cake. Don't trust them. They are often referred to as the village idiot. Oh God. Okay.
That's funny.
Because yeah, are tea cakes something totally different? I've heard of tea cakes.
I think we probably have food like that here, that when somebody calls it something, you're like, oh, like
Oh yeah.
like okay, like a black and white cookie. It's not a black and white.
It's a half moon.
It's a half moon. You ever hear him call like, I want one of them black and whites? And doesn't that make you cringe?
Yeah, because it's a half moon.
That's right.
It was actually invented here in Central New York.
You bet your bottom dollar. And whenever you hear somebody's like, "Oh, I had one of those black and whites," and you're like, "What the hell is that?" And you're like, "Yeah, those
Right,
black
what the hell
and
are
white
you eating?
cookies." So yeah, this comment with they're the village idiot. Doesn't that make you think that they're an idiot?
Yeah,
I
you're
agree
like,
with
"Where
this
did I get
comment.
black and white from?"
So Calamity,
Yeah.
we have idiots like that here too, where you're
Yeah.
like, "Shut up, you idiot."
Right, that's not what it's called. It's called
Yeah, that's not what it's called, you idiot.
It's like the tomato pie, feud that we have going on in this
tomato
area.
pie. Like, why? I've heard other people call other stuff too, and they're like cold pizza, and like you're like, or upside down pizza or something. You're like,
No, tomato
it's
pie. And everybody's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you mean pizza? You're like, no. Yeah.
And then you have to say, who's the best? I had somebody told me that Holland Farms had the best. I looked at him like, have you lost your mind?
No.
Nowhere near the best.
Wait a minute. We might get into an argument here, Laura.
Okay.
I know who you're going to say.
I have two choices. Number one is Roma's.
Okay, I knew you were going to say Roma's.
Number two is Napoli's.
Napoli's is the best.
Yeah, they have theirs is a little bit sweeter. than Roma's, but yeah, I'll eat either one.
See, I don't. Roma's is okay, but Napoli's their
It is
dough
good.
is nice and fluffy and airy. In the the crust is so good.
Yeah,
Roma's
they are
is like
good.
doughy, and I don't really like that doughy.
It depends on what day you get it, I guess, because I've never had it doughy.
Mm.
But I like their sauce. I like the way it tastes. But yeah, Napoli's. If Roma's wasn't here, then yeah, Napoli's would be number one.
Yeah, Napoli's is good. Dude, I can eat like the whole. I mean, you know how the Napoli's has that huge,
Yeah, yeah.
huge. I mean, what is it like? 4
It's
foot by
a full
2.
tray, so it's huge.
It's got to be 4 feet by 2 feet. I can eat that whole thing.
Yeah, Joseph can too.
Dude.
You got to buy 2 of them.
Yeah, it's so good.
Let's see. Tea cakes are basically like biscuits, cookies for you, with marshmallow covered in chocolate. Okay, so we have something like that. What
yeah,
else
we have
called,
those.
Bill?
Yeah, they're on. Remember in the beginning of Willy Wonka, the very beginning, they show those when they're being
The
made.
marshmallow covered.
Yeah, those things are
I forget what they're called. But we have those here too.
With a cookie on the bottom and then the puffy marshmallow rounded thing on top,
Right,
covered in
the whole
chocolate.
thing's dipped in chocolate. Yeah,
But I don't think they have a certain name here. You know?
I'd have to look it up because I don't remember. But I do know that we have those, but it's called something else, and it's a cookie.
Yeah. What are they saying they're called?
Ian says, "Calamity, you must be from the Northeast. Sheffielders call it a bread cookie." See the difference? That just blows my mind. It really does.
Did you get
I've
that?
been working all the
just 'cause-
time lately and haven't had time to do. Oh, okay. Because I was wondering what the hell happened to you.
Yeah, it sucks. I know.
Yeah, work getting in the way. What the hell? Who needs that kind of money? Just a Calamity. When I was brought up in North Yorkshire, Lancashire border. I'm still southerner than you, Portsmouth. Is that what they call? Is that what they call? Let's see. Here they call it wrongly a cob absolute weirdos. Oh, jeez. See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has a different name for the same damn thing. Ooh, Cynthia, she said she made steak with mushrooms and onions and baked sweet potatoes for dinner. I'm waiting for dessert to set. Yeah, just rub that in. What was dessert?
Okay. So, I'm sorry. So forgive me. You know her name? Boss's Food Fight?
Cynthia, yeah, Bosses. Her name is Cynthia, yeah.
Okay,
she started a cooking channel.
Okay,
and
sorry about that, Cynthia.
Yeah, she was having problems with the internet, and then she just said her work hours changed.
Okay, Cynthia,
So
what
we
I was
have
going to
to
say
wait.
to you is like, so she plans on having a cooking channel, or she does have a cooking channel?
She does have one,
Oh,
and like I
okay.
said, she started it, and she said her work hours changed, so it's hard for her to get the videos out.
I get you.
Thought I turned that off. Sorry.
So
guys.
here's what I was going to say. So I'm going to read your comment. So I made steak with mushrooms and onions and sorry, my cursor was over top of what you said. A baked potatoes or sweet potato for dinner. I'm waiting for dessert to set. So, okay, what's the dessert? I was going to say,
Yeah.
all right, now here's a lot of people that don't know how to make steaks. When I was starting to learn how to like grill a steak or bake or pan fry a steak, I had to YouTube it. I looked it up just so I didn't mess up a nice steak, right?
Right.
Even though you have to work and everything, like before like the night is over and you're getting ready for bed, get your cameras ready and stuff and charged up and your SD cards ready. Get everything ready for like the dinner that you know that you're going to make, like this awesome dinner, right?
Right.
Get it ready to film, and then you're going to be making this dinner anyway. Like film it, and then even though if like you don't edit this for a while, at least it'll be in your bin, like your folders, and then get all this footage ready so that you will have videos to make, because this is content that you could be making. And then whatever this dessert is that you're waiting for it to quote unquote set, that way at least you like have content and you could keep your channel going, because this is just me speaking from like knowing that
Personal experience.
yeah, like just getting frustrated with like getting a channel to grow and like, geez, what am I going to do? And like, I know
Right.
that I'm trying to do that once a week video. And like what YouTube wants to see is an encouragement. I want people to be encouraged to do their channel, no matter what it is. It could be like planting a seed with your finger in the ground. And that's what you do for your goofy YouTube channel. It doesn't matter. And I was always saying, I think I said to you last time, Laura, don't even think about what you're going to say. Oh, what am I going to say before I hit record? Let me think. Who cares? Just hit record and start talking. Because I know when I used to do that, I would always like sit there and contemplate. I would just, you know what? Who cares? If you mess up, start over again, but just keep it
Yeah, I
recording
just talk.
and then you could just edit it out later. I mean, I have
Yep.
so many blooper reels that, you know, like just,
I want the bloopers.
yeah, I'm going to do that, but, I don't know. It's just, it'd be
Blooper
great-
me, baby. I want the bloopers.
It'd be great to see like what she made. And even if,
Yeah. Oh,
you
she
don't-
made some cookies you would love. They were just loaded with stuff.
I know, I didn't know that. So I'll check her channel out, you know, I'd like to see it. So probably
So-
pudding. Yeah, LB's a good cook too. He like cooks some goods. I made grilled chicken and slathered it
right.
in barbecue sauce last night and then grilled it again. Oh,
Ah.
it came out really good. And I did baked potatoes and he came out really good too for my girls.
Nice. Actually, tonight I made chicken kebabs with grilled onions
Oh, that
and
sounds good.
pan fried potatoes and corn on the cob.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, Sheila says, my first car was a custom redo of a 1963 Ford Fairlane. Cool.
Now I've heard of that.
Gamecock Red. All right. Wish I still had it.
I've
Yeah, we
never
all
heard
have that.
But okay.
I never heard of that color.
You know, it's funny how everybody has their favorite car. What was your favorite? I mean, you said you had like 110 cars. What was your favorite?
All right. Mine was a 1987 Mercury Lynx XR3. I wish I still had it.
Mercury Lynx. Yeah.
Mercury Lynx XR3. It's basically, it was basically a Ford Escort GT, but it was the Mercury Lynx XR3, and they made very little of them. And if I found one like recently, and they wanted like $25,000 for it, so they're very rare, and yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's a calamity. Yeah, you see something, you just talk shit about it. It's pretty much, you just go with it. You know, it depends. I don't know if it's something serious, that I might jot down a few notes here or there so I get my point across. But usually, yeah, I just fly by the seat of my pants too. It's just, I think people just enjoy that more than everything being scripted. Oh, cheesecake. I don't even want to hear about it. Cheesecake. Bye, Cynthia.
Man.
I've been dying for cheesecake, but I haven't felt like making it.
And cheesecake's hard to make too. Like if it could collapse and stuff too, right? Like if you don't do it.
It could split. But
Yeah,
there's
split.
Tricks around that. It'll split.
Yeah.
But you had my cheesecake, Bill. Do you remember that? Remember I brought it into work?
I don't remember. I'm sure it was awesome.
Oh, you guys ate the whole thing, so yeah.
Oh. Let's see, Sheila says she had an electric blue Nova. My dad went to car auctions all the time. Oh, wow. He got me so many cars. The Nova was a beast. What year was your Nova, Sheila? Cake made of cheese? Oh. So
They don't know what cheesecake is.
yeah, see, interesting.
Oh,
That's kind of cool that they don't, there's stuff that we have that, and then like, so
Oh, they don't have cheese. That is just a sin. I'm sorry.
so do you guys know what a cannoli is? Like, so
Oh, cannoli.
So I'm trying to like get them to like understand. I mean, that's not really a good analogy of what the filling, because it's not the same at all. So New York cheesecake is the best. A New York cheesecake. And
Homemade cheesecake is the
well, no, I
best.
know the New York
I don't
style
really.
cheesecake,
Oh yeah.
a New York
Um,
style cheesecake.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cynthia made one for her channel. Go. You guys. Oh my God. Cheesecake is the best.
Okay, I just read what Pomp wrote, and wow,
It's a very British joke. Went like shit off a shovel. How we
Pomp,
know what
I'm
cheesecake
still like
is.
trying to like get
Okay.
over what you
Okay.
wrote.
So I was thinking, oh my God, you guys don't know what that is. You're just missing out. If cheesecake is made correctly, it is one of the best desserts on the planet.
Pomp on you ever watch Wheeler Dealers? They did one of those on Wheeler Dealers that they restored. That car's probably what, like you think it's like probably like a 50,000 pound car? That's an awesome car, man. So cool.
Yes, Cynthia. What flavor did you put? What toppings did you use for your cheesecake? And then Cynthia says, "Yeah, Bill, that's a great idea. I have to try that Sunday. That's my next day off. Yeah, just film as you're making dinner and then put it out there.
Yeah, and like I said, you know what? You don't even necessarily have to talk if you don't want to, as long as you're putting out content. Um, and like I said, like I got an insult on one of my videos the other day. It was
Really?
yeah, it was I don't even understand what's happening here in your video. How did you even solder that together? It doesn't make any sense. There's too much music, too much blah blah blah, too much. And I'm thinking, first I'm thinking, well, let me go over to your channel and see what your channel looks like and see how your videos look, Mr. Whoever you are.
All right.
And of course, they don't have any content. First of all, I don't care. Secondly, I do things the way I want to do. I'm not there to please anybody else. I have a certain criteria that I like to edit the way I like to edit. And just do things
Troublemaker
the way you
LB.
want. You know? So if, say in this particular video, you're not going to talk or talk very little.
Right.
And just
Right.
fry up your steak, and I'm going to add salt and pepper to this one, and then edit it down, and for this part you're just going to add music over top of it and speed up the process, like, you know, put 3 times, you know, just edit the way you want. Who cares what the comments you're going to get, and kill them with kindness. Thanks for watching. That's
Yeah,
you know?
that's all. Well, yeah, she usually, she'll stand there and she'll describe everything and what's going in and how she does it.
Yep.
Just if you do it with your back towards it, that's fine, and as long as people can see what you're doing. Yeah, lemon meringue cheesecake sounds fabulous. I've never had that one. Wow.
Oh, that sounds good.
And then Sheila said pineapple with brown sugar pecan glaze on. Oh my goodness. Now I'm gonna have to make a cheesecake. You people are making me hungry. But yeah, Bill, LB said he was sorry, Bill. He didn't know how you soldered that.
Yeah, and LB, you know what though? I'm gonna edit my videos the way I want. I don't care what
Yeah, it's your channel.
these nasty comments you put on my videos, LB. I don't care, LB. I'm gonna, and I'm gonna kill you with kindness on the comment section in my videos, LB. So there, buddy.
Right. Yeah, so there, LB.
Right.
So there. Remember that was like, the big stand up. So there.
So there.
She said, "Oh yeah, the original, just cream cheese, sour cream, sugar, vanilla extract for flavoring." Yeah, but did you? What was your topping? Did you use a berry topping, chocolate? What did you use? Did you swirl it in? These are the questions I ask because I make cheesecake. I was just wondering. Everybody has different ways of doing it, and they all come out really well. I've only had one bad one, to be honest. Somebody made it was just gross. But.
I got to read what Pomp said. He put 1980. Okay, Sheila said 1980. I think maybe it was a little older. Okay.
Right.
But Pomp said something about the Kazi.
Oh, I did. Did I put that up there? Oh, that he paid $32K, I think.
Okay. And Pomp, it has the dual spoiler in the back, right? The one that's split like right in the back of the rear window. Okay, yeah, he paid 32. Okay, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Such an awesome car. Pomp, what color is it? Is it blue? It's either blue, red, or white, I would say.
Oh my goodness, Sheila. Yeah, Calamity. Everybody has an opinion on what, no matter what anybody puts out. You know, you just say thank you for your comment. That's it. Oh, my grandmother made egg custards, buttermilk pies, fried apple fritters. Oh, I love apple fritters.
Yeah, Ian's. It's the same thing on these live shows of Laura's. It always turns into food.
Yeah, it's got to be. Pop says, yes, strawberry cheesecake, my go-to. Yeah, well, that's a lot of people's favorites is strawberry.
You know what? I'm a plain. I'll eat it. I don't like anything on it. Just plain.
And George likes blueberry. I like cherries. So I like them all. I don't care what fruit you throw on it. Actually, no, I had one once. Yeah, it was caramel something, and I didn't care for it at all. I just. Oh, see, Albie's in his glory. His two favorite subjects: cars and food.
Yeah.
We aim to please, Albie. So yeah, the cheesecake is the base of the cake itself is usually pretty standard, and then everybody picks their favorite topping.
Freshly made egg custard. That sounds so good. I love custard, and I like that.
And see, that's the
custard.
question I asked somebody, a friend of mine in England. God rest her, she passed away a few years ago. We were talking about food one time, and I was telling her how I was making pasties. Now,
Yeah.
you know what pasties are. Everybody in
Uh-huh.
New York and most of the world knows what pasties are. So I was trying to explain to her what it was. That it was a sweet dough, but it was filled. It was a little cup with a top on it there. You fill it with pudding. The flavor of pudding you like. She didn't know what pudding was. And I'm thinking, oh, God, what is the English equivalent to pudding?
I would say
And
mousse, chocolate mousse or vanilla mousse. I'd say chocolate mousse.
Is that what you would have said? Because I told her,
Yeah.
so maybe a custard?
No, because it's not
'Cause I don't-
custard.
Because they don't have Jello pudding out there.
Yeah, that's interesting. But they have bread.
So I don't know what they would call it. So I told her, I think the closest thing that you've got would be maybe custard.
I would have used. Well, even chocolate mousse isn't really a good, but I think that's the closest thing I would say.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So we're making LB hungry. He's got to go get some cheesecake. Get some for us.
Let's see. Pomp said that yes, it's blue with a white Go Fast stripe and chrome exhaust and wheels. Nice. It's awesome, Pomp.
Yeah. Yes, Cynthia, that's exactly it. Yeah. The water bath keeps it from splitting.
Okay.
But I don't care if it splits a little bit. You're going to throw shit on top and you can eat it. Who cares? If I was selling them, then I would make it a big deal. But yeah.
So when Mike and
Tinted windows and bucket seats.
yeah, it sounds awesome, dude. They did a blue one on Wheeler Dealers.
Yeah, I know, Cynthia. Usually, yeah, when you start talking food, a crow shows up. Yeah, make sure you bring back enough for everybody, LB. I mean, you just can't go out and go get cheesecake and sit there and eat it and tell us how delicious it is, and we don't get any.
What happened to Susan? Where is she?
I don't know. I think she was going to turn in early.
Oh,
Susan gets up like at 4 in the morning, or she's got to be to work by 4.
oh, poor thing.
So yeah, she has to go to bed early.
When Mike and I went to Montreal, we went and had that lunch, It took us like 3 hours to have lunch at that French restaurant,
Right.
and we had creme brulee.
Oh.
It was Laura. It was so amazing. You know,
Yeah,
it
I've
comes
never had.
out and it's on fire.
Yeah,
Oh
I've
my
never
God,
had
Laura,
it.
it was so good. It was so good, and I want to make one of these days, um, but it's tricky. It's a tricky like dessert to make. You know, it's
Yeah.
one of those things where it'll split. It'll like cave in if you don't do it right. It has to like
Yeah, it's delicate.
yeah. That's why like French desserts and stuff are like it's chemistry. It's hard to
It
make
is.
if you don't
Did you
do it
ever
right.
see the chocolate master there? Young French man. He is just brilliant. Oh my God.
It's
He can
scary
make
because
anything out of chocolate.
I haven't seen it, but it's scary because I always get worried. Like, okay, I'm gonna get like these all these ingredients, and like, and then if you mess it up, man, like you're done. Like,
Yeah. You gotta
and then
take your
I'm the
time.
type where I'll never do it again. Like, I won't try this again because I'm too frustrated with it.
Yeah. Oh, I've had that, when I was younger, and if the stuff didn't come out right, I would throw it in the garbage and start over.
Oh, not me. I'd be
If
like,
it
nope.
didn't, I mean, it might have been right, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I would throw it away and start over.
Hmm.
So it's just, yeah, it had to come out just the way I wanted it to, or nobody got any of it.
Yeah, so you should
Yeah,
maybe do
yeah,
a
I see it.
creme
Yeah, you
brulee.
guys call it pudding or dessert, but I'm trying to figure out what you guys. God, I don't even know how to describe it. You guys would have to look up pasties online, and you'll see what I'm talking about. What the filling is. I don't know what you. I mean, you guys don't have pudding, so I don't know what pudding is. The filling would be called in the UK.
Yeah, well, I mean, pasties are a Utica thing, so
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's God, I haven't made those in so long.
I
I
can't
should
believe
make
that you
some.
make those.
Oh yeah, I've got my grandma's pasty tins and everything, and I love it.
Your grandma's pasty aluminums.
No, they're not. They're tins. Baking, those are baking tins. And
There
they're
was this
not made out of aluminum foil.
there was this woman at one of the churches that we used to go to, and she made pasties. And I was like, I looked down and I go, "Are those pasties?" And she's like, "Yep." And I was like, "Oh, where'd you buy those from?" She goes, "I made them." And I'm like, I couldn't believe it because this was like out this way, and she was from Utica, that's why. And I was like, I can't
Yeah.
believe it. And they were Laura, they were so stinking good. They were like
They're
smaller than,
really easy to make.
and you know, like how like pasties are like, you know, the size of, I don't know, like a large chocolate chip cookie or whatever.
Yeah.
Not like, but like they were like smaller and like a little bit bigger than a 50-cent piece that she made them. They're really cool the way she made them, and then they were so darn good. They're almost like bite size. They were so good.
Oh, so she had smaller tins. I have
Yeah.
the standard size cup size. So
Yeah.
it's and you could get them from Amazon. And
Oh, wow.
I could give you my grandmother's recipe. It is really easy.
Yeah.
And you guys could crank out a bunch of them. And like I said, I would make different pudding to put in the middles because my father likes vanilla. George and everybody else likes chocolate. And then
Yeah,
I got
I
some
like
families
vanilla.
like lemon. So you can put any flavor that you'd want in the middle. Hey, Feral Goth Gal, how's it going?
Hey, Pop. All right. See you, buddy. Thanks
I'm
for
sorry
being
you got a
here.
headache, Sweetie. Papa's leaving us.
Yeah, he says
I'm
he's got
afraid
to
I've got to get some beauty sleep.
some beauty rest.
Okay. Get
Take your
those Z's in. Thanks for hanging with us.
Take your dad's Kazi out for a spin for me, all right, will you? If he lets you. Oh, you.
So,
He said he can't drive.
putting a sweet dish served after the main course, right? But like I said, it's hard for me to describe what it is because I don't. You guys have to look it up, or even just look up American pudding, or and then you could get an idea of what I'm talking about. Because I don't know what you guys would call it. And I'm thinking, like you said, yeah, either mousse or custard would be the closest thing to what pudding is.
Yeah.
Because you don't think you're talking to somebody, you're telling, oh, well, you do this and this and that, and you put this in it, and they're like, well, what the hell is that?
Right.
Because
They
you're
stop
assuming
you.
everybody has it.
Hey, Feral
And they
Goth
don't.
Gal.
let's see. She's only made Pomp. I'll tell you the truth. I've made 5 only. 3 turned out. They are. Oh yes, yeah. That's why I won't do it. Souffles. Yeah, just somebody burps too hard. That's it. It's ruined.
Is
And
that
it's
is that those? It's like a chocolate dessert thing. Like-
the souffle. Yeah, it's just like it's very. It inflates as you're baking it. So it has like that mushroom top to it. But the thing is if
Right.
the least little thing will make it sink down in the middle and it's ruined.
Yeah, that's another French dessert pastry
Yes.
thing. Yeah, that is
Yes.
like that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's all chemistry, and if it's not
Yeah,
perfect,
so why traumatize yourself?
yeah, it's humidity and vibration can
it's-
ruin them. That's crazy.
Oh, everything. Yeah. Well, it's like the old days when they used to make cakes. Don't stomp around the kitchen. You'll make the cake fall when it's baking. We don't really have to worry about that much anymore with the more modern ingredients that we have.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Because I remember you hear a long time, don't do that. The cake will fall. There used to be a time where the recipe called for you to hang the cake, where you had to flip it upside down and let it hang. And it's just, that's old time baking. So it's
Huh.
yeah, I wouldn't have. It's just I wouldn't deal with any of that crap. Now, hey James, how's it going?
Hey, James.
So baking is a very
Uh,
delicate process.
I know. My daughter, she loves baking and she doesn't like cooking. And I'm like, I don't like baking because there's so many variables. At least cooking, you could like, need some salt. You can kind of,
Right.
you can fart
Or
around
if you
with baking.
love,
or
you can
cooking.
make it work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, James,
So
we
we're
defaulted
baking
again
is
to,
precise.
to eating and yeah.
We're about to back and forth. Cars and food.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll throw some paranormal in at some point.
Yeah, we'll try.
Well, we did a little bit because we're talking about going out and doing some filming.
Yeah,
Phil's got some cemeteries that he wants.
Yeah,
to go check
Laura,
out,
you're really
so
you're really reaching there.
well, hey, it's there.
Yeah, this is about as paranormal as we're getting today. This this guy right here. Look, that's about it.
Yeah, oh, he's scary. Ah. Yes, pudding here is a sweet flavored dessert with about the consistency of sour cream. Yeah, that's a good explanation because, like I'm saying, it's hard to describe
Yeah.
to the UK because I know what their pudding is, but when we refer to pudding, it's totally different. So that's all I can tell you. Just look it up, then you guys will get a frame of reference. James, you're right. It does beat the drama. We don't
Yeah,
do drama
totally, dude.
here.
We were talking cars earlier.
Drama free.
Whenever I'm on, it always seems to default to cars. So
That's all right.
yeah.
LB wants to know, James, was your first car? By any chance?
That's funny.
Let's go for 6. Come on.
LB, what was your first car?
Oh.
Wait, hang on. Let me see if I can remember what LB's first car was. It wasn't the Death Wagon, was it? The Death Wagon was his.
Wagon. That just sounds scary as hell.
It was scary, dude. We should throw a picture of that on here someday. 54 Ford wagon. The Bronco 2 was your first truck?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
James says he's got a bloody screaming skull orbiting his head. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
So see, you get.
I could change that, James. I could change it. Well, yeah. So LB's then that was the 1984. That was the first year for the Bronco 2. Let's change that, James. Check this out.
Yeah, it changes. Yeah, James, he's a pretty cool little gadget. He
Yeah,
keeps
this is
rubbing it
pretty-
in. When
So
I go to
Laura-
his house, I'm just kind of like clipping that thing. He won't know it's gone.
Laura, dude. So my son, by the way, you know how I told you like all them free things, dude.
Yeah.
He's still to this day. Like, I mean, it must be like 100 things so far that like he has like these free things from like for these TikTok.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, they still like every day. The UPS truck driver comes here every day.
That's great. I wish I could get it on my hands on stuff like that. I'll do a video and do a review. Maybe I can work myself up to a computer.
Yeah,
Yes, so baking is a challenge, and yeah, you have to have a passion for it. If you don't, it's just a bomb.
yeah. I think
I
baking.
enjoy baking.
You do. See, I think baking it seems boring to me. Like the cooking. Like when I grilled the chicken and everything. I know it seems very trivial. Like, oh, big deal, but it came out so good, and the joy that like my girls, they were like, Dad, this is so good. And then my wife came home, and the baked potato, like I doused it in olive oil and stuff, and then baked it. And the salt, it just came out. Everything came out so good, and then to make everybody happy and they enjoyed it made me feel
That's the
like,
best part.
yeah, like I like that, and to know
That's
that like
the best part.
I sucked, that I used to suck at it, and now like
Right.
people are starting to like it. Yeah,
So see, that's great. It's the Calamity says, can't can I just say I don't understand how Americans like Twinkies. They are vile. I'm with you. I
Okay.
think the Twinkies are disgusting.
Calamity. They used to be good, like back, like in the 70s
In
and
the
80s.
80s.
They used to be good. You're right. Now they are vile and disgusting. There's
They're
something they're
greasy.
gross now.
They have a nasty aftertaste. Yeah, I don't need
Yep.
any of that.
They're like
stuff.
oil
It is, it's
now.
gross.
They're friggin' gross, and they're tiny now and disgusting. So yes, I agree.
Yeah, see, there we go. Cynthia says, yeah. Yeah, they're nasty, big, of oil slick with sugar. Yeah, they're disgusting. And when you say that on other chats, people get offended. What do you mean? Yeah, I just don't like them. They're not like they used to be. They used to be really good.
Why would people get really people get offended?
Because
this
some
one's
people
cool.
really like them.
It's hard to see this one, you guys, but this is like this is the moon, and then like apparently an alien
that's cool.
spaceship flies by. And again,
It's
it's
the
hard to see
Vulcans.
because you guys, it's hard for you guys to see, but like there's a glare on the window of it, but like I don't see a
Right.
glare. But yeah.
No,
This
no,
is
I
a-
can see it. It's cute. I
Yeah.
like it that you can change it to you want to what you want. Can you
And-
make it bigger, or that's as big as it gets?
Yeah, it is what it is. It's like it's like what is that? Like 10 by 10 maybe or something like that.
Okay.
But this seems to be like a dirt bike or something flying through the air, and like, but dude, there's 1,000 things in here I couldn't possibly. I mean, Laura, you're asking me to go through every single one of these, and I'm telling you I can't. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
don't,
I'm sorry.
you know.
I'm pulling that chain and making him do it.
Yeah, I mean, you're pulling that thread, and you know,
I agree, Calamity. Yeah, they taste like grease. They're just gross.
yes, it's grease and oil. So, and I don't know anybody who actually eats those things.
Goth Gal says that her high school science teacher had one hung up in its wrapper from 1985, and it is still soft, and that was 2006. That's disgusting.
That's funny.
Well, because they always made jokes. It has like a never-ending shelf life. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, but it's probably darn good.
Ugh. No, I pass. I pass. Calamity, you sleep well. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with us.
Oh, wait, Calamity's leaving?
Yeah, it's 1:40 in the morning, so it's the Z time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. And then, I don't know what
Does
this is.
the UK candy have a good rep in the US? I don't know. Do we have access to?
No, we don't have any of your candy here. We don't.
Let's see, I've never looked.
Yeah, we don't have any of your candy here. And if we
So
did,
somebody will have to send us some, so we know what you're talking about.
and if we did, like, honestly, like Werther's Originals aren't a UK thing, are they? Or they
I
just
don't
like
know.
pretend that they're from the UK, like Werther's Original.
I-
You know how like Grey Poupon,
yes.
you know, they
Excuse me.
pretend like it's
Oh,
an
is it?
Engli-
Pardon me, but would you happen to have
pardon
any
me,
Grey
and they have like a Rolls Royce, and they pretend it's like a
Yeah,
UK
yeah.
thing. It's all elegant, and they have like violins. Pardon me. Werther's are, yes. Then we have Werther's
Yes, okay.
Originals here, and they're like one of my favorite candies. I love
Yeah,
those
they're
things.
good.
The problem with those, I put one in my mouth and I have to chew it and eat it and then get another one and just keep.
Yeah, they're
so-
addicting.
dude, they're so good. Like a Heath bar, like the toffee in a Heath bar and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I'm sorry you had a rough day, Sheila. Hopefully you'll get some rest in. Go get a good snack.
Rough day of tests at the hospital, so going to grab a snack. Oh, you
Just
had
let you guys all know in the morning the new issue of the magazine's out, so don't forget to go check that out.
Sheila. I hope you passed the test. Like, was it math?
Yeah,
or something?
hopefully they were good. Hopefully
I'm
the
teasing
testing
you.
turns out good.
No, seriously, I'm just messing with you. But no, yeah, get some rest. My wife's going through like stuff too, so feel for you. Get some rest.
Yeah, they are. They're not sweet. They're just that. It's one of those candies that are very satisfying.
Yeah, I love it. And they're like, when you bite
It's
into them,
not-
they kind of like
it's just
cheer.
great.
Yeah, they're good. Then they get stuck in your teeth and they're there for a little while.
Let's see. Golf Gal says, yeah, James, your chocolate is better. The U.S. puts milk and a pound of sugar in everything. Our dark chocolate is bitter. Yours is amazing. I like the bitter dark chocolate.
So, actually, so I think like if you go into like CVS, there is like, like where all like the Godiva and all that is.
Right.
The rack, they might like in Price Chopper and stuff, they might have like all the UK chocolates and bars and stuff there.
Oh, I don't know.
The specialty chocolates. I think maybe they do have all like, but I don't think like, yeah, I'm not sure though.
Yeah, you're right, LB. Corn syrup and everything. Yep.
Yeah, LB's right. Here in the UK or here in the United States, we use corn syrup as a sweetener substitute. The UK is actually a lot more healthier than we are. Like,
Yeah, as far
100
as
times more healthier. Here we
as
have
food products. Yeah.
crap. Yep. Found knots on arms. They are trying to find out what they are. Nerve tests. Prayers.
Oh,
Okay,
hopefully it's
Sheila.
nothing too serious. I forgot, Sheila. Do you have fibromyalgia? I forgot if you said you did or not, because if you do, that goes along with the fibro, is you'll get those little nodules. I know somebody that's got them all over. That might be what it is, and they're not really nothing to worry about. They're painful, but
Sheila,
hopefully that's all that they is.
prayers to you too. Okay.
Yes.
And I genuinely mean that. A lot of times people say prayers for you, but like we really do pray for people, my wife and I. And what my wife is going through, like her liver is actually inflamed, slightly larger than it should be, and they just found that out yesterday, and they found polyps on her gallbladder. So yeah, so we don't know what's going on, and she's got like she needs what she needs to do is always like have more salt in her diet than other people to like retain water and stuff. Like my wife's like all over the spectrum with issues, so
She's got a lot of medical issues. Yeah.
she does, yeah, like heart palpitations and lightheadedness and stuff like that. So yeah. Yep.
So yes.
So
Prayers to
yeah,
you,
Sheila, get
sweetie.
rest.
And please keep us posted on what's going on, if you're willing to share.
Yeah, exactly. And my wife doesn't care if like people know, because hey, we're old and we don't care what people
And
like
stuff happens. You get older. We're at the point where now stuff's starting to happen.
exactly. It is what it is, man. Not
Just like when my husband and I were in a cemetery the other day driving through and stuff, and I go, well, pretty much we're at the stage of our lives where life starts taking things away.
yeah.
Where you're younger, you're always getting, but now we're at the point where life is starting to take away, and it's just the way it is. It's the truth. We've lost a lot of friends within the last few years, and it's scary because they're our age or maybe a little bit older, and they're gone already. So it's scary.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, James says I think big cities have especially I can't even spell it out, guys. Candy shops. Yeah, I wish we did have something like that here because I would love to. So, like, if anybody's willing to send us some samples, I'd love to try them. But as far as us getting our hands on any kind of UK stuff here, it's pretty rare.
Jeff, what do you mean by that? Like, oh, do you mean
Right here it says stop everything you're doing. Yeah, just live on water, air, and don't move. You should be good.
Well, I
This is
mean,
ridiculous.
are you? That's
As far as your health is what you're getting at, Bill. As far as his health,
yeah. Like, I mean, is he saying that? I'm just wondering. Like, is he saying? Did the doctor say stop? Like, stop everything he's doing. Like, I was just wondering what he meant. Like, what my lifestyle's not healthy. Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha.
nobody's is.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, hopefully, Jeff, you're still. I know, dude, you're like, that's awesome. Like with the smoking thing, I know that you like stopped like a lot of it. Hopefully, I'm hoping that you're like still doing the not smoking thing. So that'd be cool.
He's doing his best. Stop drinking, stop smoking, eating, all that stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
well, that's pretty much what they tell you. Yeah, no matter what you eat, it's not good for you.
Well, it's
Well, you know
not.
what?
And the thing of it is, Laura,
If the government would stop poisoning us with all these chemicals,
yeah,
our
that's
food would
I
be
was just gonna
healthy.
say what Elby said with the corn syrup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so okay, the chicken that I made yesterday, it was an awesome. Now it was like a nice thing of chicken breasts, and it was $11.99, and I'm like looking at it, and it was like a ton of
They're
it, and I was like,
huge.
yeah, and I was like, this is pretty nice, and I wouldn't mind eating like this all the time. And you can cut this into strips, put it on salads and stuff, and I forgot to actually tell my wife, like, and when I grilled it, like, it came out so good. Like, I could actually eat chicken all the time. Like, it was, yeah, like
Right.
you could get tired of chicken, but it was stinking good, especially the way I
Well,
made
the
it.
thing
You know?
is, what kind of chicken it was? How many hormones did they pump into the chicken to make it that big?
So, well, okay, but I don't raise my own
That's
chickens.
the problem here.
I have no choice, but I can't go out and like raise my own chickens. So this is what I have, and I don't. So as opposed to like going out and buying like Doritos and potato chips, I don't do that. I'm gonna like settle for the chicken
Right.
breast. So okay, and like corn chips and stuff, those aren't good for you. So
No.
you know,
But like James said, moderation is the key. So if you have a little bit here and there, it's fine. But again, yeah, you can't raise your own chicken sometimes.
Well,
so
the biggest
what are we supposed
thing,
to do?
the biggest thing is like one of the worst things for you is soda. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know when I stopped drinking soda, in 1 month I lost like 10 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it is so bad for you. The
I
gut
know,
like
and
went
I'm guilty
away.
of
Like,
that.
yeah. So
I'm guilty of soda. I've got sometimes I gotta have it with whatever.
yeah.
I did stop for a while, and yeah, I lost 15 pounds within actually 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ross said it's not even hormones anymore. They have been genetically modified and bred to. Yeah, you're right. It's the truth. It's disgusting, is what it is. And even when they say organic,
Hey,
I hate to
Steph.
tell you guys, it's not organic like you think it is, because they had changed the regulations for organic stuff. It's not the same as what we thought or what we think. So unless
Yeah.
you're growing it in your own yard, don't trust the organic sign in the store.
Well, my wife she wanted to get chickens, and I'm like, I don't want chickens. She's like, why? I'm like, because they attract vermin. We would have rats all over the house. Like,
Well, that fox would be at your house all the time.
we seriously, they attract
Yeah.
fox all the time. We would have nothing but chaos here at the house, and I don't want that. They're filthy, and I don't want that. So
They're a lot of work.
they are, and so
Yeah,
I
they're
just
hey, Steph. They are, because I thought about it too, and I'm thinking, no, and because my mother remembers when they had chickens when she was a kid. She goes, yeah. She goes, they're dirty animals. It's a lot of cleaning, caring, so that they're healthy, and it's just, And again, like you said, they attract, other critters to your home, and it's just it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
But I think if I lived further out in the country and had a lot of land, then I probably would have some. But now where we are, I mean, I can have them where we are, but I don't want all that shit in the yard.
No, and then like, okay, so winter comes. All right. Now we got to run a heat lamp. Now we got to like make sure their
Yeah.
water doesn't freeze. Now we got to make sure
Yep.
this, make sure that. Are the chickens fed? No, I
Yep.
didn't do it. Oh, great. Now I got to go out and feed these chickens.
Go on,
Like,
do it right. Yeah, it's too much.
I'm not a
responsibility.
farmer. I don't want to be a farmer. But now I'm going to turn into
Farmerville.
I'm going to turn into Bill the farmer. And the next thing you know, I have a video, a YouTube channel about being Bill the farmer now.
With your overalls, and you're out there barefoot feeding your chickens,
Yeah.
chewing on a piece of tall grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Howdy,
So-
y'all.
And that's not what I want to do. So,
Yeah, they're a lot of work. But if it come down to it, and if it was a necessity, then shit, do it. But I'm very particular on where I get my chicken, and I really check it out really well. Because we eat enough crap, and it's Ian, you are right there. The food standards are terrible.
Yeah.
Because they let too much. Like I found out the other day, I don't know how true this is. There is a grated Parmesan cheese that we get from Aldi's, and according to what I heard, they allow them to put sawdust in as a filler.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now, is that true? I mean, I'm eating a plank of 2x4. What am I doing here? So yeah, now I won't buy it because that rumor's out. I don't know if it's true, but
See-
I don't want to eat that.
See, Tim is living proof. He had to do it for a week, and it was a pain.
Oh yeah, I had to take care of the neighbor's chicken. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
see-
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah, Steph. Now that's the other thing. Like, it's not just the fox. So you got to put a mesh roof over top of these things too. You got to make sure
Yep.
they are in their clutch, and like because the wife, she'd want eggs and stuff, and that that's great and all, but like, yeah, okay, well eggs are $6 right now and stuff. Yeah, but you got to go to TSC and go buy feed, and watch when you like have to buy like a 50-pound bag for like $60.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want to do that.
Yeah. See, Cynthia. Yeah, I would have a few for eggs. That would be great. Yeah. But yeah, you also, like you said, you have to know how to when it's time. And I would feel guilty as hell, chopping the head off, and because I know how to process the chicken. I've seen it done. I've been there when they've done it.
See,
It's not pleasant.
the Amish, they'll do it for us. They would do it for $4 and feather them and everything
That's great.
for $4. But because like feathering a chicken is very difficult to do. Tearing the feathers out of a chicken, it's not like you see like like on a movie or something. Like it takes a lot of force to pull the feathers out.
Well, you have to dip them in hot water, Bill.
You know what?
You take the chicken and it's dipped in a pan of hot water. That helps loosen up the feathers. They pull right out.
Wow, this sounds wonderful. All the much more that I don't even want it. So like, don't care. You know what? For $11.99, that was a nice mess of chicken breast that I spent like, you know what? It took me an hour to like cut up that chicken breast because I do a nice job of it. I know it took me a long time to do it. Probably not an hour, but it took me like a half an hour. But like, and I wash it and I make sure it's clean and then I pat it dry with a paper towel and I go out and grill it and it came out beautiful. So
Yummy, yummy, yummy. What did you season it with?
I just salt and peppered it because I did barbecue sauce.
Oh, yum,
Yeah.
yum.
So that one I just salt and peppered it. I did some olive oil on it, salt and peppered it, started grilling it, and then I started putting barbecue sauce on it, and it came out so good. And then I let it rest for a little bit, and I said, "Girls, time to dig in."
There we go. The feed bag is on.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says it's not sawdust, it's cellulose. Well, it actually
Yeah, that's it.
this
Cellulose. She's right. Who said that? Feral Goth.
Goth Gal. Yeah. But no, this one said it was sawdust. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's probably horse shit. But you know what? Nah, I'm not taking a chance. I'll just
She's
eat
right.
the damn
I looked
cheese.
that up. It's not it's cellulose, and if you look it up, they dub that as like, but it's not. It's that's what it is. She's right, actually. Look that up.
Right. Are you Goth Gal? Are you vegan or vegetarian? I forgot. I thought one of you guys were. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The benefit was you got to keep the eggs, which is the bonus.
I got
James
drunk
says
and
eat the
fucked
rich.
pheasant. Did you eat the pheasant? Because pheasant is really good. Did you eat
I
it?
heard it is.
Yeah, pheasant's really good. Actually, it's a game
Yeah,
bird.
delicious when cooked though. Yeah.
Because have you ever had the
Oh man, yeah, owls are brutal. Rip the head off of one of their ducks.
Yeah, they're a bird of prey.
Yeah, they are. I felt bad because I was watching a program the other day, and the woman on the program they raising ducks, and they go, well, let's go get one of the ducks for dinner. I'm like, oh God, and it goes, run. I'm always yelling, run. The poor duck's sitting there eating away, and she just snatched that duck. I go, oh, that's it. I mean, I know that's what they're raised for, but I'm thinking, oh, that's just so mean. Poor duck. I do that too if I watch a nature program and I see like the lions chasing down something, and I'm like, run, here it comes. Let's see. I'm 20 years vegan and run a vegan advocacy organization. Oh, that's great. Yeah. My girlfriend was vegan for a long time. She switches on and off, but she's really not a big meat eater anyway. So I pretty much would classify her as vegetarian.
Wait, what's Cynthia say?
That's exactly right. And YouTube might ban the stream for the explanation.
I
just can't see her, but that's pretty much the process. And the big factories too. Well, I don't know why they would ban it. We're just talking truth here. It's just
ban what? Ban this stream?
Apparently. I don't know. Whatever. We're not saying anything that isn't the truth and that everybody knows. I mean, they all know. Yeah, I know, Ian. It's a circle of life. I just feel so good. I mean, if I had to do it, for eating purposes, then I would do it without a thought. Because feeding my family is the top priority. But if I don't have to do it, I won't do it because you feel guilty. Let's see, they wouldn't ban it. There are videos on YouTube of the process inside. Yeah, there is. So yeah, it's just how it's done. And like I said, the Amish, they still do it. Once a hen stops laying eggs, that's it. Time's up. Let's see. They don't like certain things discussed. Talk about the vid and mass and see how long the stream stays up.
All right, LB, see you, buddy.
Yeah, he's on his way for cheesecake.
It's past his bedtime, actually. I'm surprised he stayed this long. He gets up at he gets up at like 2 a.m. So, and then he stays up.
Oh my goodness!
And he does jumping jacks and stuff, jump rope. He ties
Sprints.
rope. He ties knots and stuff. Practices.
Knots.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
knots.
thing to know. Knots are very important.
Yeah.
I just learned a new knot the other day, so I'm up there with you.
You better not mention that. Get it? See what I did there? See what I did? Haha.
I seen it. Ha ha ha. You feel smooth. So you have a great night, LB. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Well, Cynthia might be right. We better stop talking about this.
He says it takes that long to tie my shoes.
Yeah. You loop it, you swoop it, you pull it through. Okay, buddy?
You make the bunny ears, you cross them over.
Oh, see, now he's all confused. I said one way, you're saying another. See?
You're right. All right. As well, we got to keep them on the, we got to keep them, thinking. Let's see. Hey, did you ever look on your Discord to see the video shorts I shared with you? Oh, yes, I did. Yes. I just haven't seen you to say anything. Yes, I did look.
Laura, so
I know I'm
I
bad
don't
with
have a
Discord unless
Discord.
somebody tells me.
Okay, you do? Wait, so you didn't
I
sign
have
up?
it. Don't ask me how it works, how it runs. I don't.
So you signed up, you created one?
I got one on there. I have some
Okay.
friends on there that also have Discord. That we share messages, but there's much more to it. I just don't know. I don't
Yeah.
have time to get in there.
Because Jeff said it's like it's like Facebook for
It's a chat.
for like scientific people or something like that.
Nah,
So I'm like, well,
you
that leaves
get in
me
there.
out.
You share whatever with a lot of people chat through that instead of like when we do Facebook chat, they do Discord. I don't put a lot of effort into it because I just don't have the extra.
It's just
time.
one more thing, yeah.
But right, one more thing. So yeah, if anybody says, "Hey, Laura, check your Discord," then I check it.
Oh, gotcha.
Otherwise, yeah, guys, it's it's a hit or miss whenever I'm in there. But I did see the videos.
Why is she doing videos?
Well, she sent me some videos. She sent them through Discord.
Yeah, but are they
So
her
you can-
videos? She has a channel?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jeff said it's like an advanced private group. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Gotcha. All right. Oh, because I thought maybe Steph had her own YouTube channel or something. Okay, that's what I thought. Like, okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I always
right.
like
Yeah, she's more for gaming. Yeah.
yeah, because I always hear people talking about on my Discord. My son talks about it, and then that's what I thought. It's more for like gaming. So
Yeah, and they all get in there, and I watch the guys do the gaming and stuff because I blow at that stuff too. But it's fun to watch, and then they all chat about it or what's going on. So it's Cynthia, YouTube is so sensitive. Sometimes I never know what they'll allow. I forget the laughing emoji. Sorry, it was supposed to be a joke. Oh, no, well, it's the truth.
Well,
You don't know
it
what
was
this.
in
I
caps
just say
too. It was in caps too. I thought you were yelling
Yeah.
at it. It was like, oh,
I just say it, and if it's
No, it's all good.
it is. You can say any old filthy thing you want or show some dirty garbage, but God forbid you mention,
I know something.
how
yeah.
they process a chicken.
Yeah. Oh, Steph, they were 80s memories.
Yeah.
They must be about Twinkies.
Well, I think
No.
it was from the last show. That's what it was about. The last show that we had, we were talking about 80s programming. So she sent me some, and I think, oh my God, yeah, like I forgot about this or I forgot about that. So it's
Oh, okay.
remember because I started saying that I was watching the
Me
the reruns there of the Land of the Lost.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. And you know what's funny is after that, I was thinking, no, it's not the same show. The Slee Stacks.
Yeah,
Weren't
that's
the-
Land of the Lost.
Yeah. I was like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, the Slee Stacks are on that. It's like the Slee
And
Stack.
I'll put it on, and my husband's looking at me, and I'll be singing a theme song, and I'm bouncing in the chair. He looks like I've lost my mind, and
Oh,
he
gee.
just shakes his head.
And it's so bad too. And then I was like, what was that other show where these kids would like go under the ocean and they would go through the sand and they would come up out through the ocean? And there used to be
Oh, wow.
a show from the 80s where they would, like the early 80s, and they would like and I thought it was like the Slee Stacks, but it wasn't. And they had like I used to have nightmares about the Slee Stacks too. They were so creepy. And I thought that Chaka was creepy too. He was like ookie aki ee.
He was
But-
a Pakuni.
What was he?
A
Yeah,
Pakuni. Oh,
But-
yeah, Sigmund and the Sea Monster?
I think that was it. No, Jeff.
Sigmund and the Sea, yeah, mushrooms.
Sigmund and the Sea Monsters. That was
Yeah.
it, Steph. That was it. And I unhooked my keyboard so I can't look it up for like an image.
Yeah, they were like squid type creatures, and they had like seaweed hanging off of them.
Yes, those were spooky.
Yes, Sigmund and the
Hey.
Sea Monster.
Yes, spooky.
And this is all on YouTube, guys. You can find all of these shows on YouTube. It's funny as hell. HR Puff and stuff.
Yes,
All of those. Yep.
yes. Okay, Tim, take it easy.
Yes. Thanks.
Thanks for
Tim,
hanging with us. what was the name of that show about dinosaurs? Yeah, that was Land of the Lost, right?
No. The one with the dinosaurs was where the baby said, "Not the mama."
Oh,
Shit,
Not
I
the
can't remember
mama.
what it is.
yeah,
You not the mama.
that was
yeah,
that was
show.
90s. They walk
Oh,
like
that's right. I remember
lobsters
that.
on
When
a
the father
dog
used to
leash.
answer the phone,
They would
"Hello."
answer their phone saying "Hello."
Yep. Yep, she's got it. Not the mama. I can't remember what the hell the name of that show was.
Yeah, and then they would say "Not the baby" too.
Oh,
Geez, I could see those
Great.
things too.
yeah, I can too, and I have to look.
It was
up.
like
I
the
don't
Elf
remember.
era, like it came out after
Yeah,
Elf.
yeah. But yeah, Steph's right. Yeah, the lobster on a dog leash, and he would answer the phone. "Hello." The clam is ringing.
What?
There was on Sigmund and the Sea Monster. You don't remember that?
Yes, it was creepy.
Yeah, that's how he used to answer the phone. He said the show was ringing, and he'd answer it, "Hello."
I just remember from that show the things with the seaweed hanging off of them, and it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I associated that with? Did you ever see the first Creep Show? With the first Creep Show where Ted Danza got buried up to his neck in the seaweed and the water.
Yes.
And then he came back with his wife, and then they buried him up, and then he came back with the seaweed on top of him. And everything.
Yeah.
I just associated it with that, and it freaked me out, man.
Yeah, it is freaky. That was good though. They had the Creep Show. I remember that one.
That first Creep Show. I like the second one too, but the first one was the best. Yes, Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
They came back to get Leslie Nielsen, and they buried him in the sand.
Yeah. He's
yes,
right.
I remember Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye was awesome. And Drew Barrymore was in Cat's Eye. Great movie.
So yeah, it's some fun stuff. Sigmund and the Sea Monster ran from 73 to 74.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow,
You know
that's
what?
so
It was
old.
funny. When we look at that stuff, you're thinking, back then that was like the thing to watch,
Yeah.
all of these things. Now, I just laugh. It's still fun. The acting was bad, but it was fun.
Was it just called Dinosaurs? I think it was just called Dinosaurs. Was that it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Stephen King got turned into Mossy's, and he was like,
Oh yeah,
from
I
the
remember
meteor. The funniest line, and I'm gonna curse it but I don't like doing it, but I'm gonna do it for the sake of this because it was so funny. Because James reminded me of it when he found the meteor and he touched it and he went and he got the stuff on him and he goes, "Meteor shit," and he wiped it on himself. Yeah, that was the funniest part.
And then the moss started growing. Yeah, that she said that was the name, Dinosaurs.
Yeah, Dinosaurs. Okay.
Yeah, with all the dinosaurs with the baby. Okay.
Yeah, and Creep Show Part 2 was good. The one called the Hitchhiker, that was like one of my favorite ones.
What was the one where was it in 1 or 2? Remember they went swimming in that lake
That was Part 2.
in the dock? That was 2. I knew
the pond.
I knew he was gonna sacrifice that girl. I said,
Yeah.
"That's it. You are bait," so he could get out. And then
Yeah.
the dummy. Would you have stood at the edge of the sand?
Yeah,
No,
when
I
you're
would
saying
have
I
kept
beat
running.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Dumb. Oh my God, James, I love you. Where's my effing cake? That one is my favorite.
Oh, yes.
When he comes out of the grave and I'm freaked out by zombies, and when he uses his magic to use the headstone and crush the dude's head,
Yeah.
that's my favorite sequence. That one's called Father's Day. Adelia, where's my effing cake? She says, "Happy Father's Day."
I remember that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
hey,
a great
Julianne,
movie.
how's it going? She said, just a quick note. Hello to everyone. Take care. Oh, sorry you can't hang out. She goes, I
Oh.
never get a notification.
Oh.
Check to see if you hit the little bell to see. It'll let you know.
Yeah, a ring a ding ding, Julie.
You gotta ring the little bell to make sure you get the notifications. Food fight. Do you know anywhere to watch them now?
Probably YouTube.
Could be. Yeah, that's where I find a lot of old stuff is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because that's actually to where I found the Land of. I go, let me see if it's on there. And yeah, they've got the whole 3 seasons. I was like, oh my god! So my husband rolls his eyes, and I'm watching this stuff. Hurry!
James, yes. So Tom Savini did that. He's done a lot of awesome practical effects, awesome movies, and that guy was called. He called him the Rice Krispie zombie. And I watched how he made that guy. He used Rice Krispies and painted. Super brilliant guy.
Really?
Yeah, and he did all the special effects for that movie, and all the practical effects and all the latex and all that stuff. Yep, Tom Savini.
Wow. Jeff, the nicotine patches give you dreams? Seriously? Wow.
So for my migraine headaches, I take what's the stuff starts with an S, but they give me like really messed up dreams, not like zombies or anything, but like stuff like that are like very interesting, very vivid, interesting dreams.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember the movie It's Alive?
Steph, what?
I remember the name, not the movie.
What's it about? It's Alive.
She said it was that movie made me never want to have kids. Oh boy.
Oh, it doesn't sound familiar.
Demon Monkey in a Box.
The Demon Monkey in a Box. Oh yeah. Yeah, what was his name? Tom Savini gave him a name.
Drunk Monkey.
Ever hit me like that again, you're gonna be wearing your balls for earrings.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. James will know. That's a line from that part. Yep. Did Dawn of the Dead too. Yep. Yes, Lord of the Dreams.
Yes, Lord of the Dreams are
very
bad.
stressful.
Wow, really? I didn't know that would cause you to have dreams. I mean, it's just a nicotine patch, but okay, wow.
So James must be answering to Steph's a baby, a mutant baby.
A baby mutant. You folks should have looked at Children of the Stones, BBC's 70 productions filmed around Avery Stone Circle. Very good. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Children of the Stones.
Don't know that one.
No, well, yeah, we'll check it out. It's Alive was about a mutant baby. Yeah, that's the thing. If it's got anything to do with babies or little kids that are, the main spook of the movie, I don't like to watch them.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It bothers me terribly, like Pet Sematary. It was good until the little boy was involved, and that just, I did not like it.
Yeah, at the end when he finally he gets stabbed or something, he goes, not
Well, he
fair.
goes after the old man, and
Yeah, but when his final demise comes in, he goes, not fair.
Yeah, I just
walking
don't
away,
like when
yeah.
they use children in that kind of way. I just don't like it. I think it's because from when I was a kid, I watched this movie on television, and there was a little boy involved, and apparently his caregiver, I don't remember if it was a mother or somebody, they drowned him in the tub.
Oh.
And then there was other things that proceeded with that movie where that night, and I was probably about 14.
Hey, Shadow
I was
Cat.
having a dream that little kid was coming up through my floor.
Yeah, that's weird.
And every time I went to bed, I would see him coming up through my floor. I had to have my mother lay down with me until I fell asleep. it bothered me to that degree. So yeah, just I try to stay away from those movies because they seem to have an effect on me.
You guys ever see the movie? I have it on DVD, and I'm not gonna remember the name of it. It's over there somewhere.
Hey, Shadow Cat.
But it's called well, it's an Australian movie, and it's based on a real event where these kids get kidnapped from a school, and the teacher, and then they end up fighting back these guys that have taken them. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's an Australian movie. It's wicked good. It's from the early 80s or 70s or early 80s, but I have that on DVD. That's a wicked good movie too.
Yeah, I wrote that one down. Children of the Stones. I'll have to check that out. Ian says, let's see. First, Bill. Oh, yeah, Bill. Like I see the B and I say Bill. Just says, Gabriel, some are stupid, but they are always very stressful situations. A lot of times it's me trying to find a place to pee.
And then, Jeff, do you actually probably really have to pee when you wake up?
Yeah, he probably jumps up and runs to the bathroom.
Yeah. Because I have those, like, you ever, like, you're like on a boat or something, or you're swimming, and you're like, you wake up, you're like, oh, yep. I gotta take a leak. Yeah.
Yeah. You're running. Get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah, exactly.
He goes, yes, Bill. James says, I used to dream that my grandma would stand over my bed at night and slowly rock back and forth. I think it was a dream. I was very small. Pretty interesting. Maybe it was grandma visiting. You don't know.
Well, I mean, was she alive or is she passed?
Yeah.
Let's figure that out first. But obviously she must have been passed, but I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, we don't want to assume that maybe not. But yeah, that's you don't know. It's
the Fortress. The name of that movie that I just remembered, the Australian film, is called Fortress.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that. You know which one I used to like, and I know it's not a fan favorite. It had Roddy Piper in it.
What? Really?
They live.
They live.
You never seen that one with Roddy Piper?
No.
Oh yeah. I think it was classified as a B movie, but not for nothing. And it had to do with the world was pretty much already infested with alien life, and they were using subliminal messaging through everything to control the human race. And you could only see them with these special glasses that they made up, and it would show what they really looked like, and they were ugly as hell.
Oh, yeah, I think I've I heard of that one. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to look that up. Yeah, and it's a good movie. I thought it was a good movie.
Oh, see what James said.
She was alive. Oh. And we would stay at her house in East London when I was a kid. I could only really see her outline, so maybe it wasn't her. Oh, that's actually pretty interesting.
Oh, so you were at her house, and maybe it really was her standing over you, just checking on you, though.
Can only see her outline, so maybe it wasn't her. Well, he wasn't sure. Yeah, if you don't know if it was a dream. Maybe it was some kind of like sleep paralysis as a child. I mean, there's no age limit on that.
There's also another movie called The Thing, where this alien form, it looks like a giant worm, like this disgusting maggot worm would like infuse itself through people's mouths and then take over their body.
Ooh.
It was called The Thing.
Yeah, I remember that. There's just certain ones I won't watch.
I think that was what's his name? Clive
Barker.
Yeah, I think it was one of his movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Carpenter.
John Carpenter.
Thanks, Steph.
Okay. Steph's got it going on.
Yep.
She knows.
Love The Thing.
Goth Gal says, my most recurring dream from childhood that I still remember is being at a local store being chased by a giant soccer ball.
Me too, Steph. So then,
Score!
Steph, are you a Big Trouble in Little China
Yeah.
fan? That's one of my favorites.
See, I recently had a dream that I was almost possessed by a demon. Actually,
Okay,
one of my
Ian.
last nightmares was that I was in the battle. I was having a battle with the devil.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
It was, and I, and I always control my dreams. So I would wake up, say, it's enough of this crap. But then when I go back to sleep, it would come back.
Yeah,
Needless to say, me and Jesus won. So
yeah. I do that. It's funny that when that happens, I actually in my dream I do that, and then sometimes I'll
yeah,
wake up, actually saying that. And I don't want to get religious here, but that's just a personal thing for myself that I'll be saying, the Lord's name. So, yep. Jack's
right. Well,
Jack.
I mean, it helps because that's what I do too. I come right out and I say, no, no, no. Jesus has got my back, and that usually makes it right. So but this was pretty. It was pretty scary, and I'm thinking, well, no bullshit on this. It was weird because I felt so real. I woke up right after. It's weird how the your dreams can affect you, or what sets off a kind of series of dreams. It's really weird.
Steph,
Oh, good night, Ian. Thanks for hanging.
me and my buddy, we used to when we recorded that on HBO, um, Big Trouble in Little China, and this was like when they kept playing it back to back on like HBO. We recorded it on VHS, and then like I remember he would come over like, and we'd eat Lucky Charms, and we'd watch that like over and over again, eating Lucky Charms and watching, yeah. we'd eat Lucky Charms, a bowl of cereal, and just watch Big Trouble in Little China and memorize that whole movie.
Having a little bit of the Lucky Charms, are you?
Yeah. You know what Jack Burton always says at a time like this? Who? Jack Burton. Me.
Yep.
Old Jack Burton always says.
The check is in the mail.
Yeah. The check is in the mail. I
Is
love
that what
Kurt
you did when
Russell,
you were
too.
driving truck? You used to eat a big sandwich and talk to nobody
Yeah.
on the
Pork Chop
radio.
Express. The Pork Chop Express.
Yeah. What did you call your truck?
I didn't have a name for it. I should have called it the Pork Chop Express, though. But mine wasn't as cool as
Funny.
that. I love Kurt Russell, too, man. I think he's so
I
awesome.
actually, that's funny that you didn't think of that because I would have done it just to see what all the other truckers would
Oh,
have
it would
said.
have been so funny. Yeah.
They'd have said, Bill, are you smoking something?
I never smoked anything.
Oh my God. Yes, the check is in the mail.
Steph, that's so cool. Yeah, Kurt Russell's awesome, man. I loved I
Yeah,
loved the
he
movie
is.
Overboard.
Oh yeah. I love everything he's done. He's just a very talented person.
I think so
Who's
too.
the
And
most-
he was like from the age of like 13 or 14 years old, like
Yeah.
way before then though. But he was contracted with Disney. He did like 30 movies with Disney.
Oh yeah.
Like when he was like from like the 1960s and stuff.
Yep.
He did tons and tons of movies.
Tons of movies. I've heard
Like way before he was even known, like people knew him.
So yeah, no, I remember him as a child actor. Oh, hey Jeff, sleep well, no dreams.
That's funny.
No
Wait,
dreams, Jeff.
Who's leaving?
Jeff is leaving us. He's got to go to sleep.
All right,
He's got
dude.
to do that work thing in the morning,
Yeah, well, he cut the grass and stuff. So
Yeah. Let's see. My most recurring dream that started when I was 8. A grizzly ripping into the tent. I ran away, but it followed me right before it got to me. I woke up. I still get that dream occasionally. Oh, that is some scary stuff.
wow.
Yes, he was in Herbie. Yep.
Yeah.
He was in a lot of movies.
Yep.
But I love actually one of my favorite where he doesn't play that great of a guy is the one
Okay,
on
James.
Netflix.
Oh,
Good
really?
night, James. Thanks for hanging with us. The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
All right, I don't know. You probably wouldn't watch that, Bill, because there's a lot of swearing in it.
Well, no, not
Um,
necessarily. It's just that I don't have Netflix anymore. I got rid of that.
What's his name? Directed it. Oh boy.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. Yes.
I just saw a short. Was Brad Pitt in that?
No. You had it was Kurt Russell. Who's the black gentleman that always says the F word?
Geez. Oh, that narrows it down.
You know who it is because always making fun of him. He was. Did he play in that movie Snakes Plane?
Oh, I see his face. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't remember his
Wesley
name.
Snipes.
No. Crap! What the hell is his name? It'll come to me eventually. Who else is? There's a bunch of people in it, and it's about the Old West. He's a bounty hunter, and the black guy
Samuel L.
plays
Jackson.
Yes.
That's what James said.
That's what it
Thanks,
is.
James.
Yep,
James hit it right
thank
before
you,
he
yeah.
went to bed.
Yep, that's who it was. But yeah, it's called The Hateful Eight, and holy crap! Like I said, there's a lot of swearing and some violence, but just Kurt Russell playing raw, just a raw human being. So it's amazing.
So Steph probably saw this movie. Well, you probably did too, but since she's a Kurt Russell fan, the one movie that he's in, where the truck driver takes his wife, that movie's awesome too. They go on the road trip, they sell their house, and they're moving across country, and then they rig the Jeep to break down.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah, what's it called? I have that on DVD too. Oh man, what's it called, Steph? They kidnap her, and then he finds where they live. Instead, he finds her. They put her in the
Right.
barn. No, it's not Missing.
I'd have to look it up. It sounds familiar, but I don't remember which one.
Yeah,
Like I said, he's been in so many movies.
It's from 1997. I know that. I can remember those stupid details, but I can't remember the stinking name of it. I think it starts with a U. It's like right over there. Of course, I can't go get up and go look at it, but
Yeah, she's like it's on the tip of my tongue.
yeah, I have
Don't you
like
hate
a stack,
that?
all my
You can,
DVDs
it's
on
like
the, on
right
the shelf
there.
over
You can
there.
see it right in front of you, and it's not coming out.
I know, me too, Steph. What's it called, man? Like, Vanished? No, it's not. That's not it. Breakdown. Thank you. It starts with the letter U. It's called Breakdown.
There you go. Oof. Yeah, that
Yes.
don't help. You got.
I was close.
I'm not sure.
I was super close. Starts with the
You're
letter
off
U.
just by a smidge.
It's right at the beginning of the alphabet, the letter U. Oh, Breakdown.
Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Steph. Yeah, I have that on DVD
Don't
too.
you love that? You get older and you just go brain dead. It's like, and you see it.
yeah.
It's right there,
Yeah,
and
I
you're
don't
like,
know.
"What the hell? It won't come through."
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've been
No,
doing that a
I
lot-
didn't see that
a
one.
lot
Bone
more.
Tomahawk. But I saw like a little clip today, with Brad Pitt and Kurt Russell on YouTube. It was like a 30-second clip of a movie where he's like a stunt man, like Brad Pitt's a stunt man, and it was Kurt Russell. So I don't know what the name of that movie was, but you know, like you get shorts.
Jeez. Yeah.
So, but I don't know what that was. But Brad Pitt was like he was on a boat and he was holding a spear gun, and like the way they made it look, it looked like he was gonna like shoot the spear gun at his wife and like forget
Yeah, see, I don't remember. See, there's the thing is, there's so many movies.
yeah.
Like Steph reminds me of my best friend. Where you mention anything, oh, you've met Jetta, right, Bill? You know what I'm talking about, Jetta, my friend. You talk about movies, and yeah, she could just spit them out. The titles, who directed them, it's just the talent she's got, and Steph reminds me of that. That you mention it, and she's got the name.
So
Once
Steph,
Upon a
that
Time
sounds like it
Hollywood.
would probably be right because from what I gathered, it looked like like Brad Pitt was playing a stuntman or something, and Kurt Russell
Right.
was hiring him for a job to be in a movie or something. That's all the clip looked like. But it looked like it was pretty cool.
So, what did you say that your favorite of his is, though? I forgot.
Kurt Russell
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. It's so
Probably
hard.
I love Big Trouble in Little China. I just think
Yeah, I do too.
I just think it's great. I think he's so funny and quirky in that.
Yeah.
He's like, hello, F it. I just what? It'll come out no more. What won't come out no more? I just
Right.
like I'm the type of person that like I'm like I root for the underdog. I'm always like the in that movie people were like, oh, this movie sucks. It's a B movie. Nobody cares about this movie. Kurt Russell's a dope. And like for me, I'm like, no, Kurt Russell's awesome. Kurt Russell's cool.
Hi, Christina. Yeah, he is. Yes, Captain Ron was awesome.
I love Captain Ron. I love that movie.
It was great.
Yeah. I love that movie. To me, like Kurt Russell could do no wrong, no matter like what.
Yeah.
And then
He's good in everything he does.
yeah, Stargate I thought was great.
Oh, I love Stargate too. Yeah,
And I thought it was great. You know why? Because Kurt Russell was in it.
Yeah. So stuff's one of my faves is used cars. Yeah. Like I said, there's so many of them.
And
It's so hard just to pick one.
of course, like Tombstone.
Yes. Oh, I could watch that over and over again.
Yeah.
Christina says, "Miracle, he was awesome or not?" Yeah, he was good in everything he's done. Even when he did the Santa Claus movies, he played an awesome Santa Claus. I mean, come on, who would have thought Kurt Russell would have been a great Santa?
I didn't see those, to be honest with you. I didn't see them.
Oh, they were great.
Was it? I bet it was. Because he's Kurt Russell. So.
Because they say, "Oh, he's gonna play, do these Santa Claus movies," and I'm thinking, what? And yeah, but I was floored. He did a great job.
And every time I see him in like an interview, he's such a gentleman and such a cool dude. You know? Yep.
Yep. So she loved him in Dreamer. And yeah, okay, Steph's seen the Santa Claus ones. Yeah, they were fantastic. Who would have thought, Kurt Russell playing a modern day Santa. It was really good.
And I don't know about anybody else, Steph, and I don't know about you, but anytime I'm like cooking anything canned, like soup, whenever I'm mixing it, I always go SpaghettiO surprise. And I know that wasn't Kurt Russell that said it.
Yep.
But everybody like in my family always goes, SpaghettiO surprise? What?
Surprise.
It's just a little joke for myself. But his brother, I think it's his brother or brother-in-law. But like, I love when he knocks on the trailer and he goes, "Somebody better be dead," And he's like, But when he's mixing that, and he's like, "SpaghettiO surprise." So anytime I'm mixing soup for my daughters because they like the vegetable beef Campbell's soup, and so I always go, and I'm dishing it out to them. I'll go SpaghettiO surprise.
Yeah.
So it's always an inside joke to myself.
You need to get SpaghettiOs.
And dude, whenever I have SpaghettiOs surprise. Because I think when Kurt Russell was making it, I think they shredded up crackers in it or something.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think it was like saltines or something. Yeah.
My favorite. Okay, two great lines to that. When she's making the sandwiches and she's learning the names of the kids, and he's like, "Don't you know my name?" And she goes, "Roy."
Roy.
For the fat kid.
Yeah.
He's like, my name is Travis. And then she's trying to remember. She's going, Travis. And then
Yep.
when the news footage comes on of the woman, and she's like saying about the woman, the unidentified woman, and she's like, oh, it's a horrible wig. And the
Yeah.
she's like doesn't even know what to say, and she's like puts the microphone down, and they just fade to black or something. It's so hilarious, so funny.
And well, when it was he goes into claim her, and of course, well, we really can't, claim you and this and that. And
Yeah,
they just went with the birthmark, and they're
she
like,
has a
yeah,
strawberry shaped birthmark. Yeah, and he's like,
take her away.
honey.
That was one way to get rid of her.
Yeah, nobody wanted her.
Better you than us. She's yours.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it was a good movie.
She's like, oh, I think I swallowed a bug.
a bug. Yeah.
He's like, well, you got to breathe through your nose out here. You'll get used to it.
The stuff that he did to her is so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, they make a great couple, and it's he's just great in everything that he does.
Yeah. And in real life, what, they've been together for 40 years or something like that?
Ever.
Yeah.
And his wife goes, well, why don't they get married? Why? What do they need to get married for? That thing's fine the way it is.
Yeah, it's their life, so.
Yeah. Well, I seen her in an interview once where she was saying, I like calling him my boyfriend. So it's, that's what she likes. So it's all right. They're good with it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, awesome. I know, guys, we are going on the 3-hour mark.
Wow.
Yeah. And just talking about whatever. And
Yeah.
so we probably should let everybody get going. It's getting late. I'm sure Bill has a lot of stuff to take care of.
Yeah, I got editing to do, Laura. Jeez.
Yeah, I've got some stuff I got to do too.
Hey, don't forget, guys. Laura's got her magazine tonight. It's released
That is
midnight?
Tomorrow. Yeah, midnight. It releases midnight. So just hop on over to the page, click that link, check out to see who our cover story is. We've got a thing in there. Celebrations of course, you got Mother's Day coming for May, Cinco de Mayo. You got the Memorial Day. There's a bunch of stuff all in there. You got to check out our centerfold. Which is kind of funny. A little bit of everything in there this time around. There was so much to put in because it was, all these holidays coming up. So if you guys want to check it out, it is there. It'll be available at midnight. Also, check out Bill's channel. If you got a problem with the car, hit up Carburetors and Coffee. Thanks for keeping me company on my way. You are very welcome. Yeah, always glad to keep everybody company. I love open mic nights because it's always so much fun. Bill, what do you got coming up soon?
Well, I've got that restoring that Dakota. I've got actually LB just dropped off three 4-wheelers that it's going to be will it start videos coming. I've got Laura. I've got so much. There's going to be a Euro show coming up in June that I'm going to be covering. I'm going to be doing some salvage yard videos. So I'm inundated with videos that are going to be coming out. So, if anybody's interested, go over to my channel and just hit that bell icon and be watching out for that stuff. Once a week, I'm trying to make sure every week I upload so they don't get bored.
Something out there.
Yeah.
As far as the live program, is there any updates on when you will be redoing or restarting the live programming?
Good question. I think yes. And I'm not sure if, I'd like to get feedback on if I should continue Saturdays, because Saturday, I've just been so busy that I find myself like when I was doing them that, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like I would do them at 7:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I find myself, I got to start setting up.
Right.
So, I would have to stop what I'm doing in the garage and, it really takes, well, Steph, I would basically, it was kind of like what we're doing here with Laura, but a lot of it, it started out with cars and we would do quiz shows on cars. And, if anybody had anything they would like for me and my buddy Dennis to troubleshoot, we would do that on the fly. Anything, oh, my car's making a noise, we would help maybe anybody deduce what it could be. But then it would sort of veer off to anything that anybody would like. It was not always cars, but
music, food, whatever.
yeah, it turned out sort of like what open mic night turns into here. So that's what it what it turned into. But I definitely would like to start up again, and I think maybe I'll keep it for Saturday since everybody was kind of used to that. But as far as when I'm going to start up, maybe in like another month or two, once the Dodge Dakota is done, and I get the box put on it and stuff, I think then I'll start up again. And now
you'll have more time.
Yeah, and if Dennis is going to be back on board, hopefully he will. He's also an ASE certified mechanic. I am not. He's like, I'm a shade tree mechanic. He knows a lot more. He's in the business. So that stuff, that's why it was good to have him here. If there's a question I couldn't answer, man, he knows everything. So
he was on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, we're looking forward to you guys coming back on. It was a great show.
Thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. How about you? So hopefully Saturday, maybe Laura and I are going to get out and actually hit a cemetery or two.
Do some filming and stuff. I'm hoping that it'll work out. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
From Mother Nature.
Yeah. And I mean, if it's not like downpouring, I don't see why we can't. We're not made of sugar.
Well,
so
we'll see. I mean, it might be pouring here, but not up at your house, because you're up on the hill there. So
sure.
It might be different. We'll see. We'll just have to keep track of it.
Okay.
As far as me, I'm hoping to get more videos made up this season and post them for everybody, seeing I didn't get a chance to do that much last year.
Yeah.
All depends on, health and what's going on at the house. But yeah, I'm going to try to push it where I get a little bit more video time in.
Yeah, exactly.
And I won't stop the interviewing. I enjoy the interviewing because I always want to keep up on, new techniques, new channels, promote new channels. I mean, that's what it's all about.
What's next week? What do you got?
Next week. Oh God, yeah, you put me on a spot. Who's on next week? Let's see.
Steph's on next week. No, I don't know.
And I want to bring more people in from the chat on the interviews as well, because they're part of the community. And I like to get the outside opinion of, it's just not investigators. We are all a part of it. We all want to know things.
Yeah, I'm not.
I like to get everybody more involved. Let's see. Next week, I'm doing a show with Susan on Saturday with Steve from Nocturnal Frequency Radio.
Okay, cool. So that's what I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I wanted to ask you. So, excuse me, you're still doing Chick Chat for now, or no? Sometimes it's
yes.
Okay.
Well, it's every other. If it's I'd like to do it every Sunday, but it depends on who's available.
Okay,
because of Carla's schedule change, it's every other week with Carla, and then Susan will jump in if she wants.
Okay.
But anybody else is welcome as well.
Okay, cool.
And then I do shows with Susan on Saturdays on her channel. And then I have coming up on the 6th, Desiree, Michelle's friend.
Oh, good. All
does
right.
the restoration of the headstones and stuff. So I thought that's great.
Oh, awesome. So, all right, good.
And I like to do a lot more open mic stuff. I think everybody really enjoys the open mic because we get more engaged in other things besides the paranormal. You got to keep freshening it up. But don't forget, paranormal is still going to be going on because that's what we're all in here for anyway. So it's.
And like I said, like with Steph, I said, like it starts out with cars, but even though like it, the whole as a whole, it might be for you like the paranormal stuff, but who cares? Okay, you start talking about pudding. Wonderful. Everybody likes pudding.
There you go. Who
So,
don't like pudding?
it is what it is, So
actually, I'm hoping to get some filming done on Star Hill this year, because that's just been something that I really want to be able to catch on film, and I've been wanting to for years. Whether it happens or not, I don't know, but I got to see what that ball of light is and see if I can catch it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can do that this summer. We'll see.
All right. Yeah, dude.
Get up there
awesome,
and set up cameras and see what happens. Probably nothing, because you know how it works, but you never know. I might be a good night where I actually catch something.
Yeah, exactly, man. That'd be good for that little action cam that he has. So.
Yeah, so we'll see. That would be awesome if I could catch it. But then the thing is, how the hell, how do you explain it? That still has to be picked apart. Steph wants to know what's Star Hill. We have a road here. It's about 20 minutes away from where I live, and it's called Star Hill, and it has a haunted history. All of us kids used to go up there in the summertime and sit and wait for the ball of light to appear hovering above the road, and this ball of light would travel either up or down, back or forward. You've got a forest of trees on one side, an open farm on the other side. It would appear and then disappear quickly, or it would hang out, change colors.
Very spooky.
Yeah, it is very spooky. The story behind it is we're thinking it was a doctor from the 1800s that was had an accident on that road and died because of it.
He died.
But there's also a military place that's up there on
Yes.
the hill. So is it UFO related? Is it spirit related? It's not somebody with a flashlight because there's no beams of light. There's no way to rig a light ball to hang
That's
out
right.
in the middle of a country road,
That's right.
because I've debunked all of that. So what is it? We don't know. And I'm hoping to find out.
Well, wasn't the military stuff there after these reportings and sightings happened? So
Yeah, it showed up afterwards. So that's why I'm not saying military.
right.
Um,
So definitely, it's probably spiritual.
I don't know. I don't know. Because like you say, well, gee, maybe it's a beam of light from somewhere. It's so dark up there, you
No.
would see the beam of light coming from somewhere.
No. See, the thing of it is like the speculation, like that place has this history so much so that like, as far as like it being debunked, like how like if it was just one person, then maybe I might be like, yeah, whatever. But a lot of people have seen this. It's not just like
Yes.
one. So
And had experiences with this light.
Yeah. Now you know me, I'm like wicked skeptical, and like you got like, but that one I'm like I'm a little on the fence post, but I more want to fall off to the side of belief because tons of people have reported and seen it, and then you have
Yes.
the history and the story to back it up. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, because I've had friends who actually have been up there in their car, and the light has changed to a red, and it would fly past the vehicle.
yes,
And then after that, they couldn't start their car for a little while.
yes, and you've heard these stories. I've heard these stories. Other people have heard these stories.
Yes. Yes.
So yep.
So what is it? That's what I want to try to catch. Yeah, Steph, I would love to go Bigfoot hunting with Adirondack Bigfoot. He is going to be in the area this summer, so maybe if I'm up there, I might be able to catch him.
And Steph,
That would be great.
if you're interested in reading about it, it's in a town of Steuben, New York. Steuben is the name of the place.
Yes.
And if you just type in something the effect of Steuben, Star Hill, New York, you'll find it, and you could read about this doctor that lost his life on this road. And now
Yeah,
it's
it
a
was a
seasonal
carriage
road.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then that's another thing. There's a lot of history in that area as far as wartime. And it was the town itself was named after a general, General Steuben.
General Steuben. Yeah. So actually, so I think it's
that cemetery that you told me about. Remember when I went to go and tape there?
Yeah.
That cemetery is not too far from Star Hill.
Right. Yeah. It's like a quarter mile or half mile or so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steubn, I think is how you spell it.
I
Laura?
think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like Steuben.
Yeah.
Ben. I know like Steuben. Yeah.
Yeah. In the town of Remsen, New York. So it's
Yep.
got a lot of history, and nobody's caught anything yet. I don't think I've ever seen anybody up there with cameras. So I'd like to, and now they have it where there's a pull off. They made a pull off
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
people to sit
That's
there.
you know what, Laura? That's been there for at least 25 years now.
Oh, well, it's been years since I've been up there.
Yep.
So,
It's been there a long, long time.
So when
Yep.
George and I were up there the last time, I said, "Oh, look, they finally made a pull off." Because you used to just park on the side of
On
the,
the side of the
the
road.
road and hope you didn't roll down the hill. But yeah,
Yep. Now they have like
and
you just park and look out over the field.
the field, yep.
And it's funny, why would they make that if there was no such thing as this paranormal thing going
Ball
on?
of
It's
light,
almost
right.
it's almost like they make it so like, hey, come look and try to find and witness these lights for yourself. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's well, maybe you and I would be able to do it. We'll have to see, Bill.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, it's not
get up
far,
there and
so.
just get some cameras up and check it out and see. Maybe we'll catch some. I would love to catch that on there.
Man, that would be awesome, man.
So,
Wonder how much
and like I said, if you get the debunkers about, oh, there could be this or could be that. If you see, I want to get a panoramic view of the whole area.
Yeah, well, that's
So
why
that,
you run
you know,
like three
How
cameras
can
in
you
different
explain
directions.
that? It's just not like somebody's hanging up a wire. There's just no way. There's no way.
Well, and that's what the debunk is all about. I don't care. Like, fine, show like even if you caught like an orb thing, and them saying that that's fake. Don't care what you think. I'm just putting it out there for you to look at.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
everybody says, oh, maybe it's just a bug or something. No, this is, when they say an orb, this is a ball of light, like the size of a soccer ball.
Exactly. I was just gonna say it's like the size of a basketball. So
Yeah. And it moves up and down, side to side. And like I said, it's gone past people's vehicles. So what the frick is that?
So Steph, picture like the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind when like the when the mother and the little son are like standing in the road and the spaceships come flying by, like it's dark, and then they just come whizzing by like the glows of light. That's what like these lights are. That's what they're as bright as.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah.
come flying by, they're like they illuminate the entire, like they illuminate everything, and they're like it's like a car driving by you.
Right.
Um,
So yeah, the only way you're going to be able to, you gotta catch it on film.
so that's why people say, "Oh, is this military?" And that's why people are saying, is it as big of a gamut? Is it paranormal or is it military? And that's why I said, well, this was all happening way before that military installation was there.
Right.
And
Yeah, because that was all just pure forest. Now it's forest, and way down the road, where you take the road to that cemetery is a military. I think it's a NASA, so it's a communications.
and the only thing that
place.
military thing is, all that is they use it for radar. All they do is
Right.
they take like retired KC-130s, and they're articulated on top of the tower, and they're like upside down. They take like Apaches, they take like Black Hawk helicopters, and they put them upside down, and they aim radar and stuff, and all they want to do is see how it bounces off and comes back to do tests. So to say, well, it could be military. Well, what is that going to do outside of the military grounds, 2 miles away? What is that going to do on like the country road out here? It's not going to, that's not going to do anything. They're going to keep any military, stuff that they're doing on the military grounds. They're not going to do it out here. So I don't believe it's military at all, even if, and so these things were happening anyways, way before
they were there.
Yeah. In the 70s, these things were happening before
the
that military installation was there.
Long time.
So,
right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cause the incident with the doctor was in the 1800s.
Yeah, exactly.
So Yep. And ever since then, the light has appeared.
Yeah. They've been reporting it for years and years and years, centuries.
Right.
Now, so,
right.
Or a couple, decades.
What if they are falling? I don't understand. What if they are falling done thing in?
But what if they are falling done thing in?
Oh, what if they are calling something in?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like a drone or something like that? That's okay. We figured we got it. I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know. I believe it's not anything to do with the military.
Yeah, because like I said, it was there before. Now it's been relatively quiet. Like I haven't heard much about Star Hill in a long time. Have you? But we don't live around there.
Right. And we're not teenagers. That's usually done in the teenage circles because, oh, let's go to Star Hill tonight. You know, so
like we're not in high school anymore. We're like your
we're
buddies
not
went up
in
there over the weekend.
We're not in the group or the clique of people that would be doing that. So it's
Steph, that's not a bad theory, actually. But like I said,
and again, it just appears out of thin air, and then it could just disappear.
Yeah, it starts from a distance and then comes closer, and then
and then it changes. It's
away.
Really strange.
Yeah.
It really is. It's one of the great mysteries of Star Hill.
Yeah, and Steph, you're in Massachusetts, right? Yeah, she's in and like, man, the paranormal activity in Mass is awesome too.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like
because that's where Susan is too. So there's a lot goes on there. It's hopefully I'll be able to catch something, and we'll see. All we can do is just keep our fingers crossed. And I would like to do, maybe some EVP sessions up there, just to sit up there and see if any voices can be picked up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They would be pretty interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see, guys.
Yeah, sorry guys, we got it back on a tangent. So sorry about that.
It's a 3-hour mark. I appreciate everybody hanging with us for this amount of time. Hope you guys had a great time. She said, "Ghost lights, woman unavail herself, etc. Cars roll backwards and
Unalived.
Stuff." Oh, on that road, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I heard about that one where the cars go backwards. On their own. Really, it's wild.
What's it called? Rock.
I wish I could travel more because I would go check all that stuff out. I really would, but yeah, traveling far doesn't work out for me. So.
Oh, dude, I went to go look at a car for Michelle. It didn't work out, but it was an hour and 27 minutes away one way. And by the time I got back home, that's what 3-hour round trip. I was whooped. Dude, I was my back hurt so bad. I told Michelle, I was like, I feel like
you were able to get out.
Dude, I felt like I drove to Texas and back. I was like, I can't drive like that anymore. I don't want to go look at cars. I don't want to. Oh,
no, it's bad. Yeah, when I can't even use my legs. It takes a while.
You can tell.
We go anywhere far, I got to bring the cane with me because it takes a few minutes for the legs to start working again. So it's
cool beans.
Okay, guys, we'll catch you next time. Remember to check out Bill's page, like and subscribe. Please like and share the video. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to donate to the page, link is at the top of the chat. I appreciate everybody, and we will catch you next time. Remember, live life a little bit on the raw side, guys. Good night.
Bye, everybody.